Hello friends, till sir is joining, we can have one video of Mr. Nilesh Shah uh, talking on investment versus trading. Yeah, so it's just joining in a minute.
Please take out your pen and paper and see the video. And study the video. Very, very good video. So,
And investing can be compared as a T20 versus test match.
hello friends, namaste, welcome to the second day. Welcome to the second day of the presentation. How was the first day? Any feedback? कैसा लगा आप लोग को? Is my voice clear, Vikash?
Yes, clear sir, very much clear.
कैसा लगा सब लोग को? Any feedback? Jay Kumar ji, Joseph, Mr. Joseph, Sangeeta ji, any thoughts? कोई कुछ बोल ही नहीं रहा.
Sir,
Yes, हाँ संगीता जी बोलिए.
sir, I just wanted to know the companies which you are for the QS score that you are doing, that is for how many companies are you doing this score?
Oh, we are doing, okay, very good answer. So basically we are only doing NSE and we are doing for 1590 companies. 1590 कंपनी हम लोग कर रहे हैं.
Okay, तो आपके वैल्यू स्टॉक के ऊपर ये 1590 1590 कंपनीज के it will be available the stock
Obviously.
So means I can actually go through the scores of all of them just to analyze what all companies.
Yeah. You can for all 1590 companies. That is why people take my app. Pura market is available on a click of a button.
Okay.
That is the kind of database available.
Okay. Only that I suppose, of course, I've not yet got the time, but I would have to understand how to use the app.
उसका हम लोग ट्रेनिंग देते हैं, उसके लिए भी 1-to-1 ट्रेनिंग देते हैं हम लोग.
Okay, fine.
It's quite easy और उसके भी हम लोग 1-to-1 ट्रेनिंग दे देते हैं. It's quite easy.
Okay, fine. Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Any other questions? Anybody has any other questions?
Hello sir.
Yes जी.
आपका इसमें जो market share का कुछ can you highlight and show something? Yesterday showed the full table ना of all this market share है उसमें.
नहीं, market share का कोई table नहीं है मेरे पास. Market share app में अलग-अलग करके है.
अच्छा. और delivery money collection dates instant cash में है 2 days 3 days delivery का.
वो receivable days है उसमें. App में receivable days है.
अच्छा. Market share नहीं है.
Sorry?
Market share नहीं है.
Market share भी है सबकी individually. जिसके available है. सिर्फ 400 कंपनी में market share है, rest में market share होते ही नहीं है. So सिर्फ 400 companies have taken market share of a product.
Okay sir, thank you.
Any other questions, friends? Yes, please. किसी ने अपना डीमैट देखा? Anybody saw the डीमैट account? Anybody could see the डीमैट account? Yes, no.
I did see शैलेश भाई. And उसमें एक थोड़ी सी अपने आप को रेस्पेक्ट दी कि कोई बैड कंपनी नहीं थी और देवर आइदर मॉडरेट और गुड कंपनी. ग्रेट कंपनी एक या दो ग्रेट कंपनी थी. तो उसमें डिसीजन लिया कि किसको रखना चाहिए किसको निकलना चाहिए. तो कल एक डीमैट अकाउंट को तो बैठ करके स्टडी किया था रात को.
Okay. अपने को धीरे-धीरे you have to shift to great companies. That is the purpose of the course. कि आप धीरे-धीरे पहले ग्रेट कंपनी में धीरे-धीरे हम जाके इन्वेस्टमेंट्स ग्रेट कंपनीज में करें.
तो वो कल आइडेंटिफाई तो कर लिए थे, which we had identified.
वेरी गुड, अच्छा लगा आपको, इजी हुआ आपके लिए?
हाँ, काफी इजी हुआ। इनफैक्ट कभी हमने उस पैरामीटर से सोचा नहीं था कि कल तो अभी आपने एक सेल्स ग्रोथ का ही फंडा लेके चले, तो समझ में आया कि हाँ, सेल्स ग्रोथ, व्हाई सेल्स ग्रोथ इज इम्पोर्टेंट एंड व्हाई क्वार्टरली अर्निंग आती, ये सडनली उन कंपनी जिनकी ग्रोथ अच्छी आती है उनका भाव क्यों बढ़ते हैं, अब वो समझ में आना शुरू हुआ कि हाँ,
And that is why अगर आप देखेंगे, the result season is the most important season for all the fund managers. Usually investors को result season से कोई मतलब ही नहीं होता, but everything is result season. Result season में ही अपने को growth मालूम पड़ती है, sales मालूम पड़ता है, उसका profit मालूम पड़ता है. So we understand that the company is good or bad. Unfortunately, most of the investors are on news, famous companies, sentiment, price, P. Matlab, that has been a very big focus. Price, technical analysis, that has been the focus, right? But the focus of intelligent investors are always the results. If the results are good, they really focus on the results in a very big way.
मैं सितंबर क्वार्टर का देख रहा था, मोस्टली सबका स्कोर 1-2 ऐसे ही था, मतलब 4 कंपनी वाला एटलीस्ट मेरे उसमें कल नजर नहीं आया जिसको सितंबर के क्वार्टर में भी 4 स्कोर मिला हो।
नहीं, मैक्सिमम सितंबर में 2 ही मिलता है।
वैसे 2 ही मिलता है।
हाँ, सितंबर में मैक्सिमम 2 ही मिलता है, ईयरली में 4 मिलता है, बिकॉज़ उसमें क्या है, आरओई एंड बैलेंस, वो कैश फ्लो अवेलेबल होती है।
हाँ, राइट।
ऑन ऑल अदर क्वार्टर्स 2 ही स्कोर होते हैं।
तो एटलीस्ट सबका 1 या 2 एक आध कंपनी थी जो 1-1 स्कोर पे थी एटलीस्ट।
हाँ, बट वो सिर्फ क्वार्टर नहीं देखना चाहिए, पूरा यू शुड ऑलवेज सी द हिस्ट्री ऑफ द कंपनी, 5 साल, 3 साल, 1 साल, तो एक आइडिया मिल जाता है दैट दिस कंपनी हैज बीन डूइंग वेरी वेल इन मेनी इयर्स, सो यू गेट अ वेरी गुड आइडिया अबाउट कंपनीज कि कौन सी कंपनी बहुत अच्छा कर रहा है, कौन सा कंपनी नहीं अच्छा कर रहा है, स्पेशली कंपनीज व्हिच इज बीटिंग द इकोनॉमी। That idea really gives you a lot of confidence, कि इसका ट्रैक रिकॉर्ड इतना अच्छा है और अगर अभी भी सेल्स कर रहा है तो इसकी तो कंपनी एकदम चलने वाली है। So you never make a mistake of investing in a bad company. कम से कम ये चीज खत्म हो जाएगा हमारे ऐप से कि आप खराब कंपनी में तो इन्वेस्ट करना छोड़ ही देंगे। So that will be the biggest benefit of and then understanding good companies will become easy for you.
In fact, I'm also reading Intelligent Investor. हाँ, उसको भी मैं साथ-साथ पढ़ रहा था, वो थोड़ा सा मतलब आज भी सुनता हूँ, इनफैक्ट पॉडकास्ट के ऊपर किताब को सुनता हूँ, थोड़ा ज्यादा समझ में आता है, लग रहा है।
एक्चुअली आप कोर्स कर लेंगे ना, मैं आपको दिखाऊंगा इंटेलिजेंट इन्वेस्टर का एक स्ट्रेटजी मैंने बना दिया पूरा, वो मैं कोड पे दिखाऊंगा, प्लीज रिमाइंड करेगा, आई विल शो यू द स्ट्रेटजी ऑफ इंटेलिजेंट इन्वेस्टर।
सर
आपको पूरा सारांश दे दूंगा।
Thank you.
Yes, please.
Yes, sir. This is Pallavi. Sir, I have also gone through my Demat account and my holdings. Luckily, I have some Tatas on my portfolio, so I need to get rid of them. Also, the decision become little difficult for me because some of the stock which I have purchased in the year 2010-11. And at that time, I was having a database only for the financial records. So based on solely on the return on capital, I invested in few stocks. For example, I invested in MRF, and that was the price level was something around 9,000 to 11,000. So now the decision is whether to keep it on the portfolio or to switch it to the next alternative like Balkrishna Industries. So the decision is becoming more difficult for me. So I would like you to address this issue also in your lecture today, sir.
Okay, we'll discuss. Okay. So that is a different challenge. पहले तो आपको ये देखना पड़ेगा कि स्कोर किसका हाई है, एमआरएफ का स्कोर हाई है कि बालकृष्ण का स्कोर हाई है?
Definitely Balkrishna is the highest score.
हाँ, so and then you have to check the sales growth. Who has a better sales growth, Balkrishna or MRF?
Balkrishna is currently leading.
So then the decision is quite easy. And then you can also see the 5-year return, which is also available.
Okay.
Because these people, Dhatri, Raju, are they part of the course? Because somebody wants to get admitted in the room.
Yeah. Let me check with Dheeraj.
Yes. Anybody else has any questions?
Hello, sir. Can you hear me?
Yes, please. हाँ जी बोलिए.
This is Jai Sharma here.
हाँ जी.
Yesterday I gone through my portfolio, whatever I'm holding it. As per your recommendation, you are telling us hold it. Shall we hold them? Because my stocks are almost 35 plus.
Okay.
उसमें से होल्ड करूं या उनमें से कैसे शिफ्ट करूं? We recommend hold also for them. लेकिन वो they are doing very bad also. They might do well in future.
What is the QBS score?
Scripts like Bank of Baroda, Punjab National Bank, मेरे खरीद से almost 40% रह गए. तो उनको क्या करें किया जा सकता?
तो ऑलरेडी मेरे ऐप में दिखाई रहा होगा सब कंपनीज तो मेरा ऐप क्या दिखा रहा है?
आपका ऐप दिखा रहा होल्ड.
मेरा ऐप तो थोड़ा दिन होल्ड करिए.
ठीक. Yesterday's
मगर अगर आपको अच्छे कंपनी में शिफ्ट करना है होल्ड, अगर आपके पास बाय कंपनीज है, you should shift to buy ना. That decision which you need to take. कि अगर आपको बाय में कंपनीज में जाने तो मैं आपको अच्छा कंपनी बता रहा हूँ. If you shift your investments, अगर बैंक ही है तो बैंक्स में आप HDFC बैंक में शिफ्ट हो जाइए.
ठीक है.
तो वो आपका कम से कम बैंक्स में ही, अगर बैंक्स बढ़ेगा तो you will get an advantage.
ठीक है. कल का तो day one was excellent, sir. At least we understand where we are standing. Yeah.
Okay. Anybody else has any questions? Vikas, can we start the PPT?
Yes, sir.
छोटा कर देना विकास.
हाँ. Yes.
Okay. So obviously this is another quality measure. We see the sales, but we also see in how many days, जैसे कल मैंने जो वीडियो दिखाया था, in how many days are we able to collect the money from the companies are able to collect the money. So if you remember the video of Ramdev ji, some sales you have to give a credit of 6 months to 9 months. So that means there is a huge credit which we have to check. Okay, because there is Raju Kahar waiting. Just check if you want to admit. Raju Kahar.
Admitted.
Okay, so basically receivable days gives you an idea that how quickly you are able to collect the money. So anything below 30 days, अगर आप अपना पैसा collect कर पाते हैं, that means you are able to pay your rent and salaries very easily. But if you are not able to pay within 30 days, then there is a big query. Then there is a big question, right? So we also have to be very clear that when we do check the sales, we should also check that in how many days he is able to receive the money. Okay, so in the app we show, like I'll show you for Eicher Motors. Did I show Eicher Motors? Eicher Motors sells motorcycles and their receivable days is 3 days. That means the product has so much of demand, okay, that people are ready to pay in advance, or whether they get delivery, they pay the money within 3 days. So those are called the demand. So what is the benefit of receivable days? मैं आपको दिखाता हूँ. Because PPT please. Next slide please. So receivable days से मतलब क्या है? That means the customer is so happy with the product, इतना demand है that they are ready to pay early for the product. That means sales हो रहा है and sales is converting into sales cash flow within 3 days. So when the sales is converting into cash flow within 3 days, those are greatest companies. And this is what we need to really see in the sales. That means the product has huge demand. और अगर कोई product का huge demand है, तो उसकी sales बढ़ती रहेगी. But as I said, sales growth is the biggest predictor of future prices of stocks. तो अगर demand है, sales बढ़ता रहेगा, तो definitely the price of stocks will keep going up. So you have to understand sales का पैसा कितने दिन में मेरे organization में आ जा रहा है. Okay, so usually when the company has huge market share or monopoly or oligopoly means एक या दो ही आदमी है उस product में, तो इतना demand है कि जल्दी से जल्दी पैसा आ जाता है. So basic understanding is where investors make a big mistake is they have no knowledge of the product of the company. And when we don't have knowledge of the product of the company, you will never build conviction over a company. कि ये conviction मेरा company में इतना strong है कि I want to keep this company for a long period of time. Okay. Another thing is lowest cost offered by a company. जब product पे demand जब होता है when the cost of a product is very low, or there is tight supply in the market. Okay, so low receivable days means that the product has huge demand. Today also Eicher Motor का जो bicycle है, everybody knows. Can anybody tell me what is the brand name of the bicycle? देखिए कौन बता सकते हैं? What is the brand name of the bicycle? Of the bicycle बोल रहा हूँ, sorry, motorcycle, not bicycle, sorry. What is the brand?
Bullet.
Sorry. Royal Enfield, correct?
Royal Enfield.
So Royal Enfield अगर आप देखेंगे जितने policemen हैं, heavy loaded people हैं, they all run Royal Enfield. It is in the higher category of CC, इतना demand है उस bike का, बोलते अभी भी it has a 6-month waiting period. So you can imagine that the product इतनी अच्छी है, तो क्या होता है? But you have to keep a track on the sales growth, huh? That is very important. अगर sales growth जैसे अभी Eicher Motor का थोड़ा sales down है, तो we have to be careful about that. और high receivable days मतलब क्या हुआ? Lower demand for the product, people are not interested, large number of sellers, low quality product, huge supply. So in this reason, that means the company का sales अच्छा नहीं होगा. और जब तक company का sales अच्छा नहीं होगा, company का profit कभी भी अच्छा नहीं हो सकता. A quality company is always known by the product it sells. Okay, that is a very important thing which you always have to remember. Okay. Yes, Mr. Babu will teach you. Let me complete. Okay, let's go forward. Okay, ये तो हम लोग complete कर ही लिए. Next level. So basically ये कैसे calculate होता है, ये हम लोग आपको PPT भेज देंगे. It is more technical that how receivable days is calculated. So if you're interested, you can see the PPT and learn. Is the technical stuff. How to calculate receivable days.
Also given in app in I.
और ऐप पे भी दिया हुआ है I में. अगर आपको देखना है तो you can see. विकास दिखा दो I में. Okay. Another thing है market share अगर किसी का हो जाता है, so you become very safe कि ये कंपनी इतनी बड़ी हो गई है, इसका distribution network इतना बड़ा हो गया है, that now the company will have, it will not be easy for anybody to duplicate the company, right? So जैसे कंपनी की सेल्स बढ़ती रहती है, वो आपको देखना पड़ेगा मार्केट शेयर से क्या बेनिफिट होता है, that the company is now dominant, that product has become dominant. So to make a big sales growth or a marketing system, it makes a, बहुत बड़ा उसमें it takes a lot of time and effort to build that distribution network. So I'll just show you. We can just open Astral Poly investor presentation. Okay, the distribution network दिखाओ बेटा. Distribution network आएगा. Continue करो, आ जाएगा. ये देखिए. हाँ, बस. ये देखिए. See the distribution network. 800 distributors, 31,000 dealers, right? 1,30,000 dealers. So this takes a lot of time and effort for the company to build. So इतना बड़ा market share हो जाता है जब एक product का, so you become very safe कि ये company का sales model अगर अच्छा continue करता है, तो the company will keep doing well. इसीलिए sales growth से आपको उस company का पूरा distribution network मालूम पड़ता है, कितना strong distribute, कितना reach है उसका. 31,000 dealers. That means product कहीं ना कहीं sell होता ही रहेगा. So you always have to see mostly in the investor presentation, वो distribution network के बारे में लोग discuss करते हैं. You should have a very good idea of the distribution network of the company. Okay? तो जितना बड़ा distribution network है, उतना उसका sales growth होता रहेगा, और जितना sales growth होता रहेगा, उतना उस share का price बढ़ता रहेगा. So multi-bagger companies are where they have huge distribution network, the sales is continuously increasing, and the companies continuously, the share prices is going up. Okay, now can you tell me, if you want to build a 800 distributor base, how many years will you take? 800 distributor बनाना है, 31,000 dealers बनाना है. In how many years will you take? Anybody?
At least 3 to 5 years it is going to take.
3 से 5 साल तो आप safe हो गए ना? Investing in that company, yes or no?
Absolutely.
So this is called the competitive advantage. A company enjoys a competitive advantage, or it is called a moat. It is called a moat. Okay? So अभी मैं आपको दिखाऊंगा competitive advantage जो company से moat होती है, वो एक नया इतना strong हो जाता है वो company कि those companies, if they continue to do sales growth, you don't need to worry. You don't sell those stocks at all. You don't sell those companies because the distribution network is so large. अगर आप देखें Bajaj Finance, you go to any shop in a mall, any shop, you will find a Bajaj Finance का a small brochure or a small, क्या बोलते हैं उसको, standee. आपने देखा है, who has seen Bajaj Finance का आपको सब जगह मिलेगा. You go to any shop, आप मोबाइल शॉप में जाइए, इलेक्ट्रॉनिक शॉप में जाइए, सब जगह आप कोई भी शॉप में जाइए, आप तुरंत you will get the loan from Bajaj Finance instantly. So the reach has gone to shop. So when the company goes shop to shop reach, that means those company sales the deep penetration कर चुके हैं लोग market में, that the company will keep doing well. Okay, so these are some of the things which creates entry barriers for competition to come in. And that is why investing in these shares for a long term is very, very safe. Because these companies will keep growing their sales because of the distribution network and very large sales system. तो सेल्स से हम लोग को क्या क्या देखना है? प्रोडक्ट का रिसीवेबल डेज देखना है, उसका मार्केट शेयर देखना है, उसका डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन नेटवर्क देखना है. सो देन यू नो दैट ये कंपनी बहुत स्ट्रॉन्ग हो गई है. दिस इज अ वेरी ग्रेट कंपनी. And this is all available in the investor presentation. It will take you 5 minutes to understand this. I'm just telling you कि sales growth देखने का benefit क्या है. How many things you know about the company if you just focus on the sales growth. Okay, these are the branches of the sales growth. Sales growth is the ultimate report of doing these things in the company. Okay, let's move forward, Vikas. PPT, please. Okay, so benefits of market share, economies of scale, increased sales, increased customer base, reputation, dominating the industry, increased bargaining power. तो जितना ये कंपनी का बढ़ेगा, okay, उतना कंपनी का प्राइस फ्यूचर में बढ़ता रहेगा. So people don't connect that what is the guarantee of future prices to go up. These are the company strength which makes fund managers like us invest in a company for a long period of time, because we know that they can do very, very well. Okay. Okay, let's continue, please. Okay, moat. Moat मतलब competitive advantage. तो अगर लॉन्ग टर्म विनर्स क्रिएट करना है तो आपको वो कंपनी देखना होगा जिसका मोनोपोली है. राइट, पिडीलाइट अगर आप देखेंगे, यू नो व्हाट इज पिडीलाइट? वो कौन सा क्या बनाता है पिडीलाइट? कौन बता सकता है मेरे को?
फेविकॉल.
फेविकॉल, राइट. डू यू नो व्हाट इज द मार्केट शेयर ऑफ पिडीलाइट?
It's almost like I think in the range of 40.
मैं आपको दिखाता हूँ. We can show the market share of Pidilite. So literally monopoly हो गई है कंपनी, you know. 70% मार्केट शेयर इसका एडहेसिव है, 70%. और बैलेंस तो एस्ट्रल पॉली का है. तो मोटा मोटी दो ही कंपनी है. 70% लिटरली इट्स अ मोनोपोली, यू नो. तो जो कंपनी मोनोपोली चले जाती है वो कंपनी विल कीप गिविंग यू रिटर्न्स फॉर ईयर एंड ईयर एंड ईयर. यू नेवर सेल पिडीलाइट. सो व्हेन अ कंपनी हैज मोनोपोली, लाइक 70% मार्केट शेयर है, you can buy these companies till 70 to 90p also, because people will always give very high p. तो मैं देखा हूं जब भी Pidilite in case कभी 50p में आता है, immediately fund manager starts buying the company and take it to 70-80p. So monopoly is very, very important, you know. So more to pick long-term winners. So you have to study which companies have monopoly. High entry barriers, huge capital or investments. Reliance है, you know, कितना कैपिटल लगता है कंपनी को बनाने में. So obviously that is important, but मैं ज्यादा वेटेज देता हूं उसमें अगर वो सेल्स ग्रोथ कर पा रहा है, so that is more important, you know. अब अगर आप देखेंगे, so patent is intellectual knowledge in developing the product. So patent में उस कंपनी को 20 years का बेनिफिट मिलता है. 20 years तक the company can earn the patent का benefit, right? So anybody who creates patent, they are long-term winners if they are able to grow the sales. But please मैं एक चीज याद करता हूँ, अगर वो कंपनी सेल्स ग्रोथ नहीं कर रहा है, पेटेंट है, that means the product is not, they are not able to sell well. So some companies have a great product, but they are not able to do good sales. So then also that company is not good enough. Okay, so अगर कंपनी में पेटेंट है, that means कंपनी की प्रोडक्ट इतनी अच्छी है कि कंपनी को लॉन्ग टर्म बेनिफिट है. सो ये लॉन्ग टर्म सिस्टम कंपनी कैसे ढूंढते हैं, ये मैं आपको आइडिया दे रहा हूं. अनफॉर्चुनेटली, जो मैं बार बार रिपीट कर रहा हूं, पीपल हैव टू मच फोकस ऑन प्राइस, बट दे डोंट फोकस ऑन द क्वालिटी ऑफ द कंपनी. सो दीज आर द थिंग्स व्हिच गिव्स यू क्वालिटी कंपनीज. आप कभी गलती नहीं रहेंगे अगर आप ये सब चीज देखेंगे तो. Okay, lower cost of production. And आप देखेंगे, cement has very high cost of production, but there is a company called Shree Cement. They have the lowest cost of production for cement. And it has always given a 20% return year on year. Shree Cement is one of the best cement shares. Shree Cement, because lowest cost of production. Okay, strong brand जो हो जाता है उसका भी एक benefit मिलता है. Complex processes होती है. Network जैसे मेरा distribution network like MCX है, commodity में सिर्फ एक ही exchange है. Okay, so network जो बहुत बड़ा distribution कर लेता है. So these are some of the ideas which you can understand from the sales growth of the company. तो sales growth जब company में बहुत strong रहता है and they build this, those companies will become multi-baggers for the next 10 to 15 years. Those are the companies which you should have an idea. You know, इतने strong companies हैं. Okay, so these are certain knowledge जो आपको उसके investor presentation में मिल जाती है. Usually they write all these things in the investor presentation. So once you read the investor presentation, you will understand through the market share कि monopoly है कि नहीं, you know, what is the distribution network, how strong the brand is. If they have patent, they usually put this in the investor presentation because they want to talk about these things, because these are the unique things which the company is doing. Okay, so these are some of the ways all the fund managers see the stocks. And if you can understand this thing, और ये ज़्यादा समय नहीं लगता है friend, मैं बता रहा हूँ. Sales growth देखिए and just see this from the investor presentation, your conviction about the stock will increase. And then you can buy the stock even at 90p. So 50p to 90p का जो benefit है वो आप इन stocks में ले सकते हैं, because the quality of those stocks are very, very high. Very, very high. Okay, so this is usually called moat. Moat comes from the word meat. मतलब कुछ इसमें बहुत अच्छी चीज है, खाने के लिए नहीं, but investment के लिए. Okay, so these are also called competitive advantages. Competitive advantages means क्या होता है? जो peer competition है, जो कल बात कर रहे थे, जो peer competitors है, उसमें मेरे पास advantage क्या है? Like there are many cement companies, but why should I buy Shree Cement? Because it is the lowest cost producing cement company in cement companies. Why should I invest in MCX? Because they are the only commodity exchange. They are literally a monopoly. Okay, why should I buy Pidilite? So these are things which are long-term thinking of buying stocks. और especially अगर ये कुछ companies जो आप identify कर लेते हो, which is very easy in my app now, so you will know that understanding will build a lot of conviction over understanding कि मेरे को share बेचना नहीं है, मेरे को share hold करना. Okay.
Sir, can you please, sir, can you please make us understand that how sales growth and strong brand value can be utilized for the stock selection?
You're talking of strong buy.
Yes, sir. See, strong brand.
We will come. Wait, we'll teach everything. It is part of the course. My request is, I think so people are jumping the gun. You should first ask question what I'm teaching. Okay, so I will teach you that. It is part of the course. It is part of the course, you know. So aap mere se question, do you have any questions related to moat, related to competitive advantage, related to market share? Ask those questions. So if you have any questions on this right now, they will be part of the course. Okay, they will be part of the course. Because I know you must be saying in the app, how did it come strong by? So मैं आपको सिखा दूंगा. Don't worry.
Okay. So moat you're talking about is you're talking about where there's a company has got monopoly. That's the one moat area you're talking about. Second is you're talking about how many company has got उसको कितने patent मिले हुए हैं. Is there any information available on the patent also?
Yeah, everything is available.
So that is the number 2 is the patent. तीसरा उसका distribution dealer network कितना strong है.
Right.
And the cost of production you've spoken about, you're talking about strong brand. So these are all the 5-6 parameter for understanding how much is the moat you have.
How much is the quality? मतलब अगर high quality में जाना है ना, तो this gives you high quality companies.
Okay.
And if you have high quality companies, you can even buy these companies at 50-60 P. Usually these companies are always available at 60 to 80 P only. ये सस्ते मिलते ही नहीं है companies.
Okay.
These companies are very, very high P because the quality of the companies are very, very high.
Sir,
Yes.
has there been any company which was monopolistic, but it failed because of any another reason?
No, it failed because when the sales growth went down. So जब sales growth खत्म होता है तो company fail नहीं हुई, but company की prices खत्म हो गई.
कोई एक उदाहरण देंगे?
उदाहरण तो अगर आप हिस्ट्री में देखें ना, जैसे टाटा स्टील एक टाइम पर उसका हाईएस्ट सेल्स था, अब कंपनी खत्म हो गई. टाटा मोटर, till the time they were in trucks they were doing very well. जैसे वो कार में आया खत्म हो गया. Understood? Tata Steel and Tata Motor were literally a monopolistic company थी वो trucks business में.
Yes.
It was monopoly literally, But then Eicher came, Ford, Force Motors came, and many other came, and then धीरे धीरे they started focusing on other parameters, and truck का business भी खत्म हो गया उनका, and they went down.
Right.
वोडाफोन
ऐसा होती है.
वोडाफोन
इसीलिए वोडाफोन देख लीजिए, वोडाफोन मोनोपोली था लिटरली. पहले तो एयरटेल था, उसका वोडाफोन आया, तो धीरे धीरे मोनोपोली खत्म हो गई. फिर रिलायंस आया तो सबको हिला दिया.
Right.
So ऐसा होता है, बट इजीली नहीं होता है. मतलब एटलीस्ट 3-4 साल आप सेफ हो. इसीलिए यू हैव टू कीप अ वेरी स्ट्रॉन्ग आई ऑन द सेल्स ऑफ द कंपनी. तो मैं जब तक कोई सेल्स कोई कंपनी का नहीं घटता है ना, शेयर बेचता ही नहीं. आई कीप दैट शेयर. मैं सोचता हूं दैट टिल द टाइम सेल्स इज देयर, आई विल कीप माय शेयर्स फॉर माय ग्रैंडचिल्ड्रन एंड ग्रेट ग्रैंडचिल्ड्रन. दिस विल बिल्ड कन्विक्शन. नहीं तो आपके शेयर बिक जाएंगे. Anybody can give me a story, आपने वो शेयर बेच दिया and that share prices went up, and then you were really feeling very, very low.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
persistent.
Recently, I sold HDFC AMC.
Or anybody else?
Persistent.
Sorry?
Persistent systems.
तो यही होती है हम लोग क्या है, because we don't understand the moat or the company, then वो price अरे 100% बढ़ गया, गिर जाएगा, बेच दो. So this 100% makes you lose that 1000% companies. So what is the company which can go to 1000% are these criteria. If the company has these criteria, वही 1000% जा सकता है. Are you able to understand, friend? तो इसको simple करने के लिए, to make this very simple, I teach people भैया सिर्फ sales growth में ध्यान दो. So that people can understand very simply sales growth का. But are you understanding the branches of the sales growth में जो कल से आपको सिखाने का प्रयास कर रहा हूँ? Did you ever think that sales is so important? It comes from where? That's correct, Mr. Babu. CDSL is a great moat company. It's literally it's oligopoly. It's not monopoly, but because it is only listed, CDSL, you can call it, because there is also NSDL. So it is 50-50. It is oligopoly, but literally एक ही listed है तो monopoly बोल सकते हैं, Mr. Babu, for CDSL. But you have to be careful that stock market, the prices of CDSL, ICICI Securities is also related to the stock market. So if Nifty will go down, then CDSL will go down also. So ये थोड़ा एक issue रहता है, Mr. Babu. That is why financial services companies tends to do good when the market is up, and they tend to do bad when the market is down. Financial broking companies, especially. Okay. Anybody else, friends? Any other? Did you ever thought that sales is so important for the future growth of prices? Now, are you convinced कि हाँ इतना सारा चीज है, इसीलिए शेयर का प्राइस बढ़ता है. Are you still convinced or you are not convinced about sales growth? Giraji, any views?
To be honest, the sales growth has been very important. And जब मैं sales company में काम करता था, we had all quarterly targets. So we were very डंडा मारो on targets. You know, now I understand why there was so much of pressure on the quarterly sales target, meeting the quarterly targets.
Correct, because everything उसका पूरा का पूरा price affect हो जाता है sales growth business. You know, yes, convinced. Naveen is convinced. Okay. Sabri is convinced. Okay. Anybody else? Nehalji, are you convinced about sales growth will increase future prices of stocks? Nehalji, Mr. Babu, Pallavi. Ashwani ji.
Yes, sir. Clear, sir.
Are you still convinced कि हाँ sales growth से future prices बढ़ती है?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you, Pallavi. Anybody else? Jay Kumar ji, thank you. Sangeeta ji, okay. So, you know, so this is the key aspect of a company. Quality company, अगर आपको ढूंढना है, तो ये, if you have this knowledge, then you are 80% through. 80% you will not make a mistake of a bad company. अगर इसमें ये parameters जो मैंने आपको दिखाया है. So some people want to see how to see, because दिखा दे in the app, in the website. कल दिखा नहीं पा रहे थे ना, how to see sales growth. Mr. Babu, I'm showing you how you can see in the website, in the app. Vikash, दिखा दे बेटा sales growth stocks China, please. Vikash.
Yeah. It's again not opening. Just.
Stock search में है actually.
Yeah, I'm doing on stock search. I'm clicking.
Is there a problem? क्या problem है website में?
समझ नहीं आ रहा, website ही नहीं खुला.
Can you open the app? My app is opening. I'm using my app. Let me check in my app. It's quite
The
app, yeah.
Zoom is working fine, but app and website is not.
The website is not opening, sir.
Let me check in my app. क्या problem?
App is also not opening. See.
Currently, the app is down, I think so. Even it's not opening, I tried.
You guys just sent a message na, to Rishi.
Yeah.
One second, friend. Huh? 1 second.
Investment, or this is going to be my
विकास ऋषि से अभी चल रहा है, एक बार देखो, चेक करो, ऋषि इज ऑनलाइन.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello.
देखिए नहीं चल रहा विकास, ऋषि.
हाँ जी. हाँ जी बोलिए. Yeah.
That's okay now.
अभी तो चल रहा है, प्लीज चेक करते रहना, मेरा क्लास चल रहा है प्लीज. Yeah. There was some technical problem that they have solved it. You know. So just go to sales growth. अब देखिए मिस्टर बाबू, आप लोग बार-बार देख रहे हैं, just very simple. Just go to sales growth and just go to quarterly. September में चले जाइए and put greater than 20%. Just put greater than 20%. All companies which is greater than 20%. Very simple. And just say okay. That's it. And you'll all get all the companies which has great sales growth. Okay, पूरे companies मिले. Okay, Mr. Babu. And anybody else wanted to know? Show me sales growth. Mr. Sunil, did you see? Very easy. Mr. Sunil.
Yes, sir. I saw that. I'm doing the same thing on the website.
It's quite easy.
Yes, sir.
Very
Yeah,
easy.
yeah. It's
Just
easy.
go
I just
to
wanted to know where to check this. Yeah.
put sales
Fine.
growth. So simple.
Yeah, yeah. It's fine.
Year wise, you can see last year, you can see current year. You will
Yes.
know all the companies which has sales growth. It will come instantly.
But how do we look at sales growth for the last 5 years? Is there anything?
That we are putting. It will come after
Okay,
10 days
okay.
on that.
Okay.
I
Okay.
already told you yesterday that
Fine.
come after 10 days. But अभी आपको देखना है तो आप देख सकते हैं. Individually possible है देखना. But आपको अगर ये चाहिए तो ये हम लोग अभी बना रहे हैं. This is the new thing we are. So you can search in one area. This is exactly, it will look like this.
Great. Great.
So first हम लोग बनाते हैं. Then we have to put, it is a lot of effort. Then we have to make, first we make it, then we make a entire, पूरा हम लोग उसका design बनाते हैं, design में data बनाते हैं. So there's a lot of work which has to be done for anything. So it takes about
Fantastic.
5-10 days, it will come. Okay, but right now you can see already companies आपको दिख जाएंगे. 20% above जितने companies हैं सब दिख जाएंगे उसमें. ठीक है? You can take out the data. Okay, let's move forward, Vikash. Okay, so let's come to return on capital employed. So there are two ratios, return on capital employed and return on equity. तो हम लोग दोनों discuss करेंगे. Return on capital employed is a very important data. So I'll show you a video of Mr. Nilesh Shah, where he again says buy quality companies. We can show the video of Nilesh Shah.
Yes. Okay.
Your research, buy what is cheap, sell what is expensive.
All right, Nilesh, we just have under 2 minutes left, and now there's a rapid fire coming your way. So you have to quickly answer whatever comes to your mind. Couple of questions. Here's the first one. What would you say has been your biggest lesson in the stock market?
Buy quality, quality, and quality.
Okay, the most important filter, Nilesh, while selecting a stock?
Governance, governance, governance.
Okay, a key ratio, any financial metric that is your go-to ratio while you're selecting a stock company?
Company should earn more than the cost of capital reflected in return on capital employed, and it should generate free cash flow.
The best stock pick of your career, Nilesh.
Okay, Vikash. Okay. So what is the biggest lesson for Mr. Nilesh Shah? What is the biggest lesson? Who can say?
ROC, return on
No, he
capital.
did not say that.
Quality,
Biggest
quality, quality.
quality. जो मैं आपको बार-बार कल और आज बोलने वाला हूँ. इतना बार quality बोलूँगा कि अगर सपने में भी quality आएगी. Okay. So we basically let's understand that quality companies खरीदती क्यों है. And then he said two metrics: free cash flow and ROC. Okay, so that is I'm showing you the importance of ROC. कि why do they discuss, इन लोग ये इतना importance metric क्यों बोलते हैं? So according to the fund manager, which I showed you, so I'll also show you another video of Mr. Warren Buffett, where he really specified that if you want to get rich in the stock market, you have to buy quality companies. And you have to buy a company which has great ROE. So I'll show you another video so that you understand the importance of ROE and ROC. Why these are important? Because when we give certain parameters, abhi hum log discuss kar rahe the, we were discussing parameters for sales growth. Now we'll be discussing deep analysis on ROE and ROC.
In Japan, particularly in recent years, when the Nikkei has so underperformed the S&P here, we're quite a bit less enthused about those stocks as being any kind of obvious bargains than the people that you read about in OID. The returns on equity in most areas of Japanese business, returns on equity are very, very low, and it's extremely difficult to get rich by being the owner of a business that earns a low return on equity. We always look at what a business does in terms of what it earns on capital. We want to be in good businesses. What we really want to be is in businesses that are going to be good businesses and better businesses 10 years from now. And we want to buy them at a reasonable price. But many years ago, we gave up what I've labeled the cigar butt approach to investing, which is where you try and find a really kind of pathetic company, but it sells so cheap that you think there's one good free puff left in it. We used to pick up a lot of soggy cigar butts. I mean, I had a portfolio full of them, and there were free puffs in them. I mean, I made money out of that. But A, it doesn't work with big money anyway, and B, we don't find many cigar butts around that we would be attracted to. But those are the companies that had low returns on equity. And if you have a business that's earning 5 or 6% on equity, and you hold it for a long time, you are not going to do well in investing, even if you buy it cheap to start with. Time is the enemy of the poor business, and it's the friend of the great business. I mean, if you have a business that's earning 20 or 25% on equity, and it does that for a long time, time is your friend. But time is your enemy if you have your money in a low return business. And you may be lucky enough to pick the exact moment when it gets taken over by someone else, but we like to think when we buy a stock we're going to own it for a very long time, and therefore we have to stay away from businesses that have low returns on equity. Charlie?
So what is the lesson, friends? If you want to get rich in the stock market, he's the biggest investor in the world. And he's telling us very, very clearly that the greatest investment in the market, if you do, is return on equity. So obviously, why is he selling? Because he knows that if you hold the share, only companies which has great return on equity will keep, the prices will keep going up. He's clearly saying if you want to make investments, so future prices of stocks, another predictor of future prices of stocks going up is return on equity and ROC. So if you don't have knowledge of these simple parameters, that is why our QBS has taken the market by storm. In the last 2 months after we have launched the QBS, now people are just buying companies which have high QBS because they know that the future prices of stocks will move up. Okay. So when they do these courses, then obviously they spend time, 12 hours to make them see videos and convince them that the most intelligent people in the world think like this. So start thinking like them. Stop focusing on the prices. Stop focusing on technical analysis. First focus on great companies. Companies where future prices will automatically go up. Invest in quality companies. So ROE is one of the greatest predictor of future prices. It is the second predictor, ROE and ROC. Okay. So the minimum ROE should be greater than 15. Should be greater than 15, ROE and ROC. Why should it be greater than 15? Because usually the cost of capital, because every company has a cost of capital, right? Today, if I'm not doing anything, and I put my money in the debt market, I will definitely earn 8%. 8% money, if I invest wisely, I will earn 8%. That means without literally taking zero risk or very minimal risk, I make 8%. Correct? So that is why when you invest in a stock, that company itself should have a minimum ROE of more than 15, because he will also take loans at a cost. And the cost of capital is usually 7 to 8% in the market. So if the cost of capital is 7 to 8% in the market, then obviously he has to earn minimum 15% for that company to do well. Return on capital बहुत एक simple है. अगर आप कोई भी business करते हैं, investment करते हैं, everybody has an expectation कि minimum 15 to 20% मेरा per year का returns होना चाहिए. My return should be minimum 15 to 20%. That is the most important thing which is in the mind of the person who's putting the capital. So why invest in a company जहाँ पर management is not able to earn 15-20% of the capital? So when companies are able to earn 20% of the capital, that means they are known as efficient companies, efficient management. They are able to use the capital and earn profits for the company. That is why ROE, ROC is one of the greatest ratios. If you see yesterday also, Mr. Ramdev Agarwal says the first ratio he sees is ROE. So it is one of the greatest predictor of future prices. So if you can combine sales growth and ROE, you get two great parameters of companies, two great. We'll be discussing 4 parameters to you and make you confident that if these 4 parameters are there, you are sure shot having a winner in your hand. Sure shot. I'm telling you. I have checked in my app, you will have a sure shot winner in your hand. Yes, please.
With the falling interest rate, we see globally the interest rate has been going down. India also, the interest rate of government GSEC has already come down. Does it have a positive connotation for ROE or on the company stock?
Obviously, it has. Whenever the interest rate goes down, that is why the stock market went up, because the interest rate was going down. So whenever the interest rate goes down, all the companies' profitability increases. So that is why whenever there is a recession or a tension, the RBI will reduce interest rates. That is why there is so much economic tension that we were discussing 3 days before. Heraji, there is no chance of interest rate going up right now because of the economic tensions in the country. So that is why PSU and banking debt fund will keep giving returns. This is exactly what I was talking that day.
So which means that if the interest rates are down, the company which ROE is less than 15 can also become a great company, or no, they will not?
I usually don't prefer, I prefer companies जो 15 के ऊपर ही.
Okay.
कर सकते हैं, ऐसा कोई बात नहीं. You can buy even companies at 13, 14 ROE. But if the companies are available at 25, why will you go at 13?
Right.
अब जैसे मैं बोल रहा हूँ sales growth है, I'm giving you sales growth. But when the company is available at 30% sales growth, then why invest in a company which has 5% sales growth?
Right, absolutely.
So when a company has 30 ROE, why invest in a company which has 15 ROE? Is it clear, Mr. Gera?
Yeah, clear, sir. Thank you.
Okay. So Vikash, 5-year का same screener भी है ना? We'll discuss अभी 5-year का ROE screener भी अपन discuss करेंगे. Everyone. So basically, what we were going to right now study is also great QBS and AGS and great ROE companies. Just as we had done sales growth yesterday, we will also do great ROE. But let us complete ROE and ROC first, theoretically, and then we'll straight jump into practical application. Okay, so return on capital employed मतलब कितना capital हम लिखा रहे हैं and what is my how much money I'm earning from that capital which I put. Okay, so let's move forward. So basically you can study all this. I've already given you, so you can study. So basically we have to really see ROC of very capital intensive companies में ROC देखना बहुत जरूरी होता है. But according to my research, ROE is good enough. If the company ROE is good enough, you're already through. But you have to see ROC of companies which is very capital intensive. Okay, so sales के बाद उन लोग is their operating profit good, or if the raw material cost is good, very high. So ROC gives you a very good idea that there is very strong profitability, operating profitability. Okay, next slide.
इसमें जो एक लिखा है आपने the higher just previous slide पे the ROC should be higher than the company's capital cost. ना company capital cost में दो component आते हैं, एक तो equity आता है, debt आता है. Debt की तो आप cost निकाल सकते हो, but equity की costing कैसे निकालते हैं?
निकालते हैं working cost of capital, उसकी भी एक methodology है. There is a उसको working cost of capital बोलते हैं, तो उसका वो एक methodology है जिससे निकलती है. थोड़ा complicated है but निकलती है.
Okay.
इसीलिए हम लोग 15 रख लेते हैं ना सर. 15 तो कॉस्ट ऑफ कैपिटल किसी कंपनी का हो ही नहीं सकता अभी इंडिया में. अगर कभी किसी का 15 के ऊपर है तो कंपनी इज वेरी बैड. यस और नो?
राइट, तो ऑब्वियस है.
तो मतलब कहीं ना कहीं इज डेस्परेट टू टेक मनी. सो द कॉस्ट ऑफ कैपिटल ऑफ कंपनीज अभी जो भी होगा 9%, 8% ही होगा, 7% ही होगा. You know, because it's quite easily available at 8-9% is quite easily available in the market now. So that is why we take 15%, so we're quite safe. So if somebody has taken at 13-14%, वो भी cover हो जाता है. Okay, so our focus is not on the cost of capital. Our focus is more on that invest in companies which has 15 above, 20 even better, 25 even super.
Okay.
You know, Geraji, there are companies which has ROC of 80.
ROC of 80, अच्छा.
You know, मतलब
incidentally that
लगाते हैं 80 करोड़ रुपए का प्रॉफिट है उनका.
In fact, that is what I was seeing at Manapurna. If you look at Manapurna Financial, I was just studying that Manapurna Financial. The ROC was coming to very high. I was slightly figure. Can you just go through the?
You should not see ROC of financial companies.
Okay.
You don't see ROC of financial companies,
okay,
because ROC is related to debt. Okay. तो लोग डेट ही उठाते हैं ना, लोग डेट लेके डेट फाइनेंस करते हैं. सो यू शुड नेवर सी आरओसी ऑफ फाइनेंशियल कंपनीज, यू शुड सी आरओई ऑफ फाइनेंशियल कंपनीज.
ओके
ओके, अभी हम लोग कवर करेंगे. तो वी डोंट सी आरओसी ऑफ बैंक्स, फाइनेंशियल कंपनीज, नेवर.
ओके,
फॉर देम वी सी आरओई. आरओसी वी सी ऑफ कैपिटल इंटेंसिव कंपनीज, कि वो कितना कैपिटल इंटेंसिव कंपनीज में हाउ मच आरओसी इज एबल टू earn much after, because capital intensive में बहुत plant and machinery में बहुत खर्चा हो रहा है. So इसीलिए ROC दे चेक कि ROC में हमें देखना है कि नहीं देखना.
Okay.
Okay, so we don't see ROC of Manappuram. That's not the right way. Because ROC जितने भी financial companies को blank कर दो ना, ये company problem ही खत्म हो जाएगा ना. Just make blank of ROC in the app for all financial companies, so that they will have no confusion only. And वहाँ लिख दो ना I में, don't see ROC of financial companies.
We have done it for banks. We will also do for that.
Yeah, just do for financial companies. ना banks के लिए तो कर दिए ना.
हाँ, banks के लिए.
Financial companies के लिए भी कर दो ना, so that they understand very easily कि ROC we don't see for financial companies. Okay, let's move forward. This is how ROC is calculated. Profit before tax plus interest divided by shareholders fund. So shareholders fund is nothing but the net worth of the company or book value of the company. Vikas, can you show shareholder and book value is all same?
Yeah.
Shareholders fund is capital and reserves, right? So book value ले लीजिए, it is the same word, थोड़ा different, लोग confused हो जाते हैं sometimes. So let me show you.
Yeah. Just a second. Yeah.
Okay, so shareholder fund is also known as total net worth of the company. It is also known as book value of the company. Okay, तो ये तीनों वर्ड सेम है, people get confused. It is nothing but capital plus reserves. Okay, shareholder fund means capital plus reserves. Total net worth of the company is also capital plus reserves, and it is also known as book value, which is also capital plus reserves. Okay, ये तीनों different names लोग use करते हैं in different ways, so you should not get confused about it. Huh? Okay, so this is how ROC is calculated, quite easy. Next slide. ये पूरा दिया हुआ है, आप ये देख सकते हैं. This is also available in the app, how it is calculated. Because दिखा दे बेटा ये वाला. In the app there is an I, आपको PPT भी मिल जाएगा and ये भी मिल जाएगा. So if you want to learn how, you do it yourself. But we are more focused कि बस keep it simple. Sales growth अच्छा होना चाहिए, ROC and ROE 15 के ऊपर होना चाहिए. अगर आप ये दो चीज सीख गए, तो you are already through with the right investment. So people who want to keep it simple, it is easy. People who want to go deep now analytics में, मैं उसको I दे दिया है. यहाँ पर देखिए एक I दिया हुआ है. If you click the I, then you know how to calculate ROE. ROC भी दिखा दे विकास.
Yeah, we have removed. I think there is no ROC in Manappuram.
It's already removed. Manappuram में तो ROC है नहीं मेरे ऐप में. गेरा जी. गेरा जी आप कहाँ देख रहे थे? मन्नापुरम ROC. Mr. Gera. Okay, so we'll show you ROC. If you click here, वो पूरा importance दिया हुआ है, कैसे calculate होता है, everything is here. So if you want to learn, you have a PPT, you can learn. It's very easy to learn. But the basic understanding is, जो मैं आपको बता रहा हूँ, that try to invest in companies which has ROC greater than 15. Okay, so when we calculate the QBS, these things are already incorporated in the QBS. तो आपको individual भी नहीं देखना है, sales growth individual नहीं देखना है, ROC individual, because it has been calculated like this. So the science is that we know sales growth will increase future prices and ROE, ROC will increase future prices. So that is incorporated already in QBS. So if you know QBS, you know you are already investing in a good company. We have made it very simple for you. But if you really want to know, then it is unable to hear. Vikash, can you hear me? Vikash, are you there?
Very clearly, very clearly.
Pankaj Giraji says unable to hear.
I think he has to, his headphone.
Yeah, please check your headphone, Giraji. Yeah, look, everybody can hear my voice. Okay, let's move ahead. ROE दिखा दे Vikash. Let's complete ROE. Okay, so another important profitability matrix is ROE. It's very similar, same cheese, but this का calculation different way से होता है. So especially for financial companies, you calculate ROE, and for other companies which is not financial, you calculate ROC. Okay, but what we have seen is if the ROE is greater than 15, then 90% companies ROC is also greater. 90 to 95% companies. Okay. So sometime to make it easy for investment purposes, we just check ROE. So it is easy to do the calculation because उसमें financial companies को भी हम लोग साथ में calculate कर सकते हैं. But ROC, we can't calculate the financial companies. So as a simple methodology, we only focus on ROE. It is easy. Okay. Next slide, Vikash. See the calculation of ROE. So basically, these are some quotations. The ideal business is one that earns very high returns on capital and keeps using lots of capital at those high returns. In short, companies that achieve a high return on capital are likely to have a special advantage of some kind. So what is that special advantage? The special advantage is the future prices of stocks keeps going up. Again, these are, you have to understand, I am not teaching you this. They are by the greatest minds of the world. And surprisingly, these simple things which is available, investors don't use it for investment purposes. And because they don't use it for investment purposes, now Nilesh Shah is Amphi chairman, mutual fund president of Kotak, and he's talking. So they know what they're talking about. He's managing 1 lakh crore. So if you start thinking like them, then you will make money in the stock market in the long run. Then you're very peaceful. Your thought process is very, very clear. You know that ROE is one of the best predictor of future prices of stocks. That confidence you have to develop. Like sales growth, same thing with ROE. Okay. And when the prices goes up, of these companies, it is fantastic. I have really seen companies which has great ROE and great sales growth, the prices keeps going up. Rukta hi nahi. The prices keeps on shooting and shooting and shooting up. So our job is to make very simple. ये इसके कारण future prices stocks up होगा. Let me check that stock and buy that stock. And now the taste of the pudding is in eating it. Now you practice this in your investments. Maybe just buy 10 shares, buy 10,000 rupees of shares, and you will see, wow, I bought a company with sales growth and ROE, and the prices are going up and up and up and up. Okay, so this is what is called simplified investing. Very simple way of earning money in the stock market. People are doing too many things in the stock market and they're not earning money. They're not beating the market. You know why? Because they're not following the most important principles. And I was checking recently, one of my friends, he's a mutual fund distributor, by the way, 100 crore manage karte hain. So we were discussing and he was very bullish about a particular mutual fund. And I checked कि वो company में जितने stocks हैं उसके holding में, उसमें ROE 15, 28 stocks were below 28 ROE. He said this fund manager has no knowledge. And I proved it to him. And that fund is the worst performer, bottom 5 में ही. So fund managers are sometimes, they're not using principles of investment. They are trying to, do insider trading ज़्यादा करते हैं and simple principles कम use करते हैं. Okay, so you check companies जो fund manager stocks में invest करते हैं 15 and below ROE में, आप समझ लीजिए वो fund manager का knowledge बहुत weak है. I have shown you video of Nilesh Shah. I have shown you video of Warren Buffett. I have shown you video of Ramdev Agarwal. I'll show you another video of Madhusudan Kela, who was also the Reliance Mutual Fund thing. संगीता जी मधुसूदन केला को भी जानते होंगे, रिलायंस म्यूचुअल फंड के जो थे.
हाँ, अच्छे दोस्त है.
अच्छे दोस्त है. आप देखिए वो भी वही बोलते हैं. सुनिए मैं भी उनका वीडियो दिखाता हूँ. So जितने इंटेलिजेंट लोग हैं जब एक ही चीज बोल रहे हैं तो हम लोग भी क्यों नहीं फॉलो करते हैं? So why we are successful or our app is successful is because we are giving simple things, organizing it and giving it to people through the app so that they start thinking like intelligent people.
Sir, लेकिन वो
them.
Sir, लेकिन वो जो लोग बोलते हैं वो ही नहीं फॉलो करते.
वही तो नहीं उन लोग के जो नीचे लोग हैं ना उन लोग फॉलो नहीं करते. इसीलिए तो आप उसको जिसको जो फॉलो करते हैं उसमें इन्वेस्ट करिए.
Which is going to build this business,
Third thing, what is the competitive advantage in Rediff Mill, please, yeah. Yes, please.
In more sophisticated language, we call it a moat. So what is the competitive advantage which the company is bringing on the table to build this business, And then, there are plethora of financial statistics which you'll use. Someone will use A, B, C, D. I use free cash flow. I use ROE. And I use essential, how cheap the stock is. And finally, at the end of the day, Anuj, it is all about value.
So पहले वो ROE देखते हैं, free cash flow देखते हैं और फिर valuation देखते हैं जो हम लोग कल cover करेंगे. So जितने intelligent लोग हैं वो एक चीज देखते हैं तो why don't we do? And these are all publicly available. These are all publicly available. But sometimes you don't understand the importance of it until unless you have done a very organized course and you see the data that actually this works. Okay, so please follow this and this will really help. Okay, next please, Vikas, go to the okay, so it's a very simple net profit divided by shareholders fund. So that is how ROE is calculated. Okay, you don't need to learn the how to do it. आपको सीखना है, ऐप में भी available है, सब कुछ available है, but that is not important for you. Focus on, as an investor, focus on, जब भी मैं investment करूँगा, I will try to buy companies greater than 15. And greater than 20, I'll be more interested. Greater than 25, even better. Okay, so if a company has 20% sales growth and a 20% ROE, those companies are phenomenal. Phenomenal companies, phenomenal companies. Rarely you will make mistake in those companies because company nahi bachti hai. There are only 70, 80 companies like this in the industry. And those are all quality companies. 20% ROE, 20% sales growth. Can you imagine? It is so simple to make money in the stock markets if you follow these two. I'm telling you, don't believe me, friend. Don't believe me. Practice it. Paper trading कर लीजिए. And 6 महीना बाद, साल भर बाद हम लोग उसका price का बात करेंगे. And then you will know it is so easy. It is so easy. Okay, next move forward, Vikas. So I have shown you many videos where you have understood the importance of ROE and ROC. It is the greatest predictor of future prices, friends. मैंने बहुत testing किया. Whenever I bought stocks, I was doing future testing of prices. So whenever I used to buy stock which did not have ROE, those percentage of profit was very, very low. But when I was investing in companies with great ROE, those companies were giving greater returns. So ROE make them tested formula hai for great returns in the market. Okay, and all the intelligent people follow this. But unfortunately, investors, distributors, they don't follow. And that is why they are not able to identify good fund managers. A fund manager आपको बहुत stories सुनाते हैं. These fund managers are great storytellers. Great storytellers. And all the distributors वो storytelling में फंसते हैं और उनका माल बेचते हैं. And then the client, they don't give returns. So invest in only those fund managers who invest in companies greater than ROE. You know, people like Vinay Pahadia, Jinesh Gopani, I've seen उन लोग की सब companies ROE 15 के ऊपर है. They don't even invest. They don't even check the company which is below 15 ROE. So then those companies are continuously performing. Canara, you know, जो मैं बात करता हूँ, Union, you know, Axis, because they only have companies greater than 15 ROE. बहुत कम एक तो कंपनी मिलेगी जो भूल से उन लोग ले लेते हैं या बाद में उसका ROE कम हो जाता है. So if you identify, you know, these are good fund managers and these are crazy fund managers. You can do better than them. After the 4-day course, you can better handle the money of the funds than many fund managers. Because these are principles of, see, in the stock market, everything works on certain principles. Okay, so these principles are there for many, many years. All the greatest people I've read, they all follow ROE to the T. But investors, matlab rarely, I have spoken to, I don't know, 10,000 investors and they have no knowledge of ROE. And I feel sometimes very low that, you know, why are they making such a blunder in stock investments? Why are they doing that? Okay, so it is very, very important, friends. It is very, very important that we, you know, really see this as a very important thing in the investment philosophy. Okay, let's move forward, Vikash. Let's go back. वापस चले जाओ. Go back to the. Now let's go to profit. Very, very important. Third most important thing where the profits. Okay, obviously you have great sales, but if you don't have profit growth, you know, I'm not saying in profits, I'm saying profit growth. So profit growth also gives me great companies. So growth in profits is also, I've shown you, there are only 28 companies which can grow at 10% in last 5 years. So profit growth is not very easy, friend, because of the high count of competition in the market. So many new products, competition, right? So we really need to do a lot of profit growth. Okay. So everybody understands if you have profit and growth, you know, there is great success in the company. The company's morale is very good. The company owner income, you know, is converted. If they have growth, if they are able to do profit growth, then the entire company is in a very different format. So profit growth is really, really very, very important and very, very good. Okay. You should really focus on companies which has great profit growth,
Shailaji, one question. Like sales, you checked for 5 years, 1 year, and then quarterly, quarter on quarter, right? In the same way, profit also we need to check in the same fashion.
Yes, we will do it right now. We will ROE bhi karenge, profit bhi karenge. We'll do everything. We'll be doing that right now. That is a practical implementation of theory.
Okay.
Right now we are doing theory, then we'll go into practicals.
Thanks for that.
Okay, because I don't teach theory. We will, like the day we did for sales growth, we'll be doing for ROE, we'll be also doing for profit growth. Okay. So I'm just saying the QBS itself is very powerful. If you see the QBS, you know, automatically you know that these company prices will go up. And then we find, you know, more quality QBS. Okay, so with QBS, you already know that the prices of stocks are definitely going to go up.
Shailaji, I have a query.
Yeah.
There is a stock called KRBL, which is a strong buy and a QBS of 19.
Right.
But the stock has fallen from 670 to about 250 levels in the last 2.5, 3 years. So is it a good buy today?
It is.
Okay.
It is definitely a good buy. I think so. You know, when these companies, when it starts going up, it will become 600 within 3 months.
Okay.
You know,
I think because of
undervalued. Getting it under. This is the challenge we'll be discussing tomorrow.
Okay.
We'll be discussing because what happened is the great companies are undervalued. So then you have to decide on kya kare us company.
So we can start kind of buying it systematically, slowly.
Yeah, you should buy slowly actually. I would whenever there is a company which is undervalued, don't put all money, go buy a slow investment.
Right.
Sometimes undervalued stocks will take another 1 year.
Which stock is he talking about?
KRBL.
Oh yeah.
KRBL. Okay. But sometimes if you really want to prefer companies, I prefer to buy a company which is at 40 PE and growing and the momentum also than companies which is undervalued. But I've seen that if you buy undervalued stocks and you keep it, when the prices goes up, it goes very, very fast. Very, very fast. Okay. So let's understand the quality. So profit growth is very good. And we'll check KRBL sales growth and profit growth to give further analysis. Right now we know the company is good. But right now then we'll do further quality analysis that how much is the sales growth, how much is the profit growth, how much is the ROE. Then you can get a further analysis that, okay, what should I do with the stock?
Right.
Okay. So first is the first level of analysis. The second is going deeper into sales, profit and ROE. The focus is always the 4 parameters only. Then it is only how deep you go into it. Okay, let's move forward. So anybody in the greatest investors, you talk William O'Neill, Martin Zwick, they will always say that whenever a company is growing by 18 to 20% profits and sales, those are the companies we should have great advantage, because those companies give the highest return in the future. So these are just evidence which I'm proving that if you follow this, then the future prices will grow. Because everybody in the stock market says future prices ka to kya guarantee hai? You know, and that sometimes when I see that I laugh, because future prices के कुछ fundamentals हैं जो future prices को grow करते हैं, and that is sales growth and profit growth. So most of the time we are just showing evidence to people, evidence, videos, so that उनका no thought process change हो. अच्छा, इससे future prices की movement होगी. So then that you have that conviction, then only you will be buy a stock, because buying a stock has, you are putting your hard-earned money, and there is a lot of fear, and fear comes from ignorance. Fear comes from ignorance. So what we are trying to remove here is, we are trying to remove your ignorance and change your fear into courage. That you follow this, the future prices will grow. Okay, but if you don't follow this, then we have no guarantee of future prices. Okay, so that is why people can hold stocks for 10 years, because they keep a very strong eye on sales growth and profit growth of the companies. So every quarter, you should have 2 things only to see. How is the sales growth? How is the profit growth? Keep it very simple. Don't see anything else. अगर आप ये 2 चीज, अगर long term track record अच्छा है 5 साल का, and if you just keep seeing sales growth and profit growth, that is good enough, friend, I'm telling you. Good enough for you to take the right decisions. When we see so many things, what we go through is something called paralysis of analysis. Have you seen people? They suffer from paralysis of analysis. इतना analyze करते हैं, इतना सोचते हैं, they are not able to take action only. And वो opportunity उनके जिंदगी से निकल जाती है. वो stock उनकी जिंदगी से निकल जाती है. Because they keep thinking and thinking, they are not able to do action. There is a time you have to think, but there is a time you have to act. You have to balance it. If you overthink and then don't take decisions, you will never make money in the stock market. Okay, so that means that you think a lot, and actually that thinking process is from nothing but fear or lack of knowledge or ignorance. You know, so for some people ignorance is bliss. उनको knowledge नहीं है, वो अपना bliss में रहते हैं, आराम से मस्ती में रहते हैं. But they don't understand, they lose opportunity. उनके सामने opportunity आती है और वो opportunity चली जाती है. Why? Because they don't have the eye to see. They keep on analyzing and analyzing and analyzing. So it is something called paralysis of analysis. So if you see any company which is doing sales growth and profit growth, you should have the conviction or the courage. अरे 5 साल का track record अच्छा है, sales growth है, ROE है, profit growth है. Let's invest in this company. You do it, friend, and then you tell me after 6 months your confidence levels. Okay, and now obviously you have my tool to understand these. Whatever we are teaching, it's available on the tool. Now the conviction and the courage is you have to build it. That nobody can build for you. That is called internal conviction about things. Okay?
It could be the case like people might think on array price is overvalued, so that's why we should not invest करके.
इसीलिए तो मैं बोला हूँ ना कि अगर quality है, higher quality है, समझे किसी का sales growth 5% and the P is 70, right? Obviously you can avoid. But what if somebody's sales growth is 70% and the P is 70? Do you think you will still buy? Okay, the company, some companies ROE is 15 ठीक है, and the P is 70, you're not bad. But certain companies, the ROE is 35, 40. So sometimes this is where you have to know, the higher the growth percentage you should know, higher the ROE you should know, which will build further conviction that ठीक है थोड़ा overvalued है लेकिन हम जब भी ले लेते हैं.
What should be the ideal PE which we need to look starting?
कल करेंगे.
Yeah.
That's today. That is why people are only interested in the price, and that is why they don't make money in the stock market. I'm repeating again and again. You're not asking me questions on quality. You're asking questions on price, and that is why people don't make money in the stock market. All intelligent people focus on 4 things. Sorry to say, all ignorant people focus on prices, technical analysis, and that is why they don't make money, big money, which they could have made. So first find quality companies and then we'll decide of the P. Are we communicating? Are we communicating, sir? Yes, no.
Yes. Yeah. Yes. Thanks for that.
So I have to bring back, sorry for being so direct, but I have to bring back you on track. क्योंकि हम जो समझाना चाह रहे हैं, आपका दिमाग वही प्राइस में जा रहा है, because that is human psychology.
True.
Your human psychology is price based. 100% भर गया, अरे 100% profit आ रहा है, खा लो. अरे the company is doing sales growth, क्यों बेचना है? Hold करिए. So your decision should be based on sales growth and profit growth rather than the stock prices has moved up by 100%. How many people here have sold their stocks and then that stock has moved up by another 500% and you could never buy that stock? Anybody? Any examples? Please share, please be honest. Or you never buy or bought a stock which is absolutely, you bought a stock which is absolutely pathetic and the prices never went up. So problem with good quality stock is you exit very early. You don't keep the winner. What we are teaching is, I'm teaching you to keep the winners. Try to understand winners and keep the winner with you. Any views, friend? Nehalji, any views? I'm Dixon, unable to catch.
इंडिया ग्रेफाइट लिया था सर, उसमें बहुत ही वो हुआ था.
क्या हुआ?
इंडिया ग्रेफाइट, उसका प्राइस पहले बहुत ऊपर था और नाउ इट हैज वेंट डाउन लाइक एनीथिंग.
तो जब सेल्स डीग्रो तो आप एग्जिट क्यों नहीं?
नहीं तो हमने कोर्स नहीं अटेंड किया था ना, पहले की बात है.
अब तो कोर्स अटेंड कर लिए.
जी, अभी वो हमारे हाई भी नहीं, वो स्टॉक हमने पहले ही निकाल दिया.
Anybody else? Some people have not even spoken for 2 days. Ashwini Mehta, S. Jagannath Rao, Raju Keher, Nitesh Chand. आपने तो करिश्मा. You've not even spoken once. We have not seen your face.
तो ये बाहर घूमती जो है, सैर जो करती है.
Yes, Ashwini Mehta.
Yes, sir. Sir.
Yes, please go ahead.
लैपटॉप प्रॉब्लम है सर थोड़ा, इसलिए आपका वॉइस आ रहा है, बस वही सुन रहा हूँ.
अच्छा, वही सुन रहे हैं, ठीक है. Today I'll share a joke with you. Not a joke, but I think it's also a inspiration and a joke. Today there was somebody who was taking training, not this training, from my person in the office, and he was a farmer और गाय चरा रहा था. और गाय चराते समय ट्रेनिंग ले रहा था मेरे से मोबाइल में. Can you imagine? So people are so much interested now. In India, only 2% people are in the stock market, where in China, 15%, America, 70%. So if we spread this knowledge, more and more people will become investors. So there is going to be a huge surge of people who will look for investments, and it is our duty to help them. It is our duty to help them. Okay, let's move forward. PPT, please. Okay, so please focus on profit growth. Very, very important. Company which is doing profit, इससे एक और advantage मैं आपको बताता हूँ. Profit growth is usually also seen by by the general public. I will not tell them intelligent investors, but I will tell them general public जो trading करते हैं, वो लोग profit बहुत देखते हैं. और क्या है? So basically, what is the benefit of profit? So if you have invested in a good company and they have profit growth, so I have seen, because the investors, because they only see profits, sometimes the stock prices also jumps very high. So profit growth is a very, very good thing for future prices. And कभी-कभी profit growth के बाद market बहुत sharp ऊपर बढ़ता है. Okay, so it is a very good way to earn money because stock prices are highly dependent on profit growth. I'm not using the word profit, I'm using the word profit growth. Huh? Please remember this. Okay, let's move forward. Okay, same thing, we'll be sending you this, you can learn this. Move forward, Vikash. So let's discuss earning per share. Profit growth and earning per share is very different. But what I've learned is they really focus on a lot of earning per share. Because earning per share means that even if you're infusing new capital in the company, the earning per share is not reducing, right? So it has been observed that when you put capital in the company, sometimes the earning per share goes down. So that is why some people, I've seen all the greatest fund managers, they focus on earning per share rather than the profit because it is interlinked only, but they really focus on earning per share. Okay, let's move ahead with earning per share. Okay, so how do you calculate? What is TTM? TTM is trailing 12 months. Trailing 12 months means last 4 quarter को का जब हम लोग EPS देखते हैं, उसको trailing 12 months का EPS बोलते हैं. It is known as trailing 12 months. This is the word. Okay, so you should always see TTM because that current EPS, the last 4 quarters ka EPS gives us that what is the company doing in the last 4 quarters. So last 4 quarters of the company are very, very important, extremely important. Okay, so this is how, and how do you calculate the EPS? Sum of last 4 quarters into closing price divided by current market capitalization. Okay, see all this is available in the app. Because dikha do app mein. We can just share with them. I'm coming after drinking water.
Yes. We've also provided TTM EPS for all the company. TTM EPS become important for when we are calculating P ratio. That is why we have given TTM EPS also. So for last four quarter, what is the EPS of the company? So you can see this, it's 60.32. How does this 60.32 has came? The latest, sorry, the latest result for Reliance quarter came for September 20, June 20, March 20, and December 20. So these are the 4 last quarters. So we have added these 4 last quarter profit. Okay, so what we can also do, we can even add last 4 EPS, 4 quarter EPS. We have taken this out from the net profit. So this is the closing price of Reliance and this is market cap. So just we can do total net profit into current market price divided by total market cap. So we'll get 60.32. So we have got earning per share of last 4 quarter, and by this we have price. So we will be calculating P ratio afterward. So for calculating P ratio, we generally require TTM EPS. What happened in last 4 quarters. So when we were discussing P ratio in valuation, studying this further.
सर मार्केट कैप का डेटा कहाँ से मिलता है सर?
या मार्केट कैप यहाँ पे मिलेगा, ये रहा मार्केट कैप.
Okay.
ये मार्केट कैप है, ये करंट मार्केट प्राइस है, तो ये सारे डेटा यहाँ पे मिल जाएंगे। फिर देन वी ऑल्सो, सो ये समझ में आ गई। कुछ कंफ्यूजन है किसी को? TTM EPS इज मोस्टली रिक्वायर्ड फॉर कैलकुलेटिंग TTMP, प्राइस टू अर्निंग रेशियो, इसलिए हम लोग TTM EPS देखते हैं, लास्ट 4 क्वार्टर का EPS। तो जब हम लोग P कैलकुलेट करेंगे तो विल बी डिस्कसिंग दिस फर्दर। नेक्स्ट हम लोग आ रहे हैं, आगे बढ़ रहे हैं। डेट एनालिसिस है, ये सर आके करवा देंगे। रिलायंस का डेट एनालिसिस क्या है। नाउ वी हैव कंसोलिडेटेड इन स्टैंडअलोन फाइनेंशियल स्टेटमेंट। सर हैज कम।
Okay, so is EPS clear? So we'll be studying right now 5 years EPS growth. हम लोग study करेंगे, profit growth study करेंगे. We have the structure, and then we'll study that which companies are doing the highest profits also. So you will have a nature, and we are going to make the EPS screener available for you. ये screener available भी हो जाएगा आपको 5 year में, 10 दिन में available भी कर देंगे, so that you can immediately know which are the top companies. Okay, so you can immediately focus on them. High QPS, great profit companies. Let's keep a good focus. So then you can decide, that you can pay a higher price for these companies. So another challenge is किसके लिए कितना high price देना है, ये भी हम लोग discuss करेंगे कि ये company में इतना quality है, like a company great sales growth, less receivable days, continuous, अभी current quarter में भी growth हो रहा है, great marketing company, great distribution network. So obviously you have to pay a higher price for that company. That company will never become cheap. Then that company has great ROE. That company has great profit growth. So obviously you know that this company will be available at 70-80p only. Those companies cannot be available at a lower P because they have such great qualities. So how do I buy those companies? So when those companies become cheap, let those buy those companies. Okay, so P and valuation is decided by the quality of the company. Please remember this. Higher the quality, higher the price should be ready to pay. Then only you will make money in the stock market. And in case, this is the greatest advantage is whenever the price of these companies go down, you can invest in those companies. Okay, so let's go back. Let's go complete the first. We'll do later. Let's complete the theory, and then we'll complete to ROE and everything for everyone. फिर एक साथ company का discussion करेंगे.
Yes.
Okay, another thing some people are not aware of, how many companies are, what is standalone and consolidated companies. So if you see नीचे लिखा हुआ है 1119 consolidated companies and 425 standalone companies. What is the difference? Consolidated companies means companies which has group companies, companies which have minority interest. They have other companies where they have shareholding. So that affects this company. Okay, so those are known as consolidated companies. What are standalone companies? Which does not have group companies or does not have minority interest, or they don't have any joint ventures. They only are one company. Okay, so if you see जितने भी public limited companies होते हैं, they usually have 2-3 companies and they are all interlinked with each other. So that is why those companies come together and give you consolidated balance sheet, consolidated profit and loss. Okay, and so basically 1119 companies, both standalone and consolidated is available. But if consolidated is available, you will only see consolidated sales and consolidated profits. So because of this simple knowledge, some people they see standalone and then they take a thing about the company, which is not the right thought process. Okay, and standalone is companies which does not have, so उनका आपको consolidated दिखेगा ही नहीं, because they have no consolidated. So when you will see the balance sheet in the newspaper or anywhere, when there is no consolidated, you will see standalone 425 companies. But where you will see standalone and consolidated, both are given, you will only follow consolidated sheets. This is a very simple learning, but sometimes I have, in my interaction with investors, they don't know this simple thing. How many people didn't know this? Can I be honest? Can I, so that I can understand how many people didn't know this about standalone and consolidated?
Yeah, it's a good learning. I did not know about this.
Who is this? Can you share your name, sir, please? What's your name?
Sunil.
Sunil, you didn't know. Thank you very much. At least you're honest. Okay, Mr. Joseph also didn't know this. Mr. Babu also didn't know this. Mr. Naveen also didn't know this. Sorry?
I also didn't know.
What's your name, sir?
Sagar.
Sagar also didn't know. So I'm actually surprised, that we are doing investment in the stock market, and when we see the balance sheet, that means हम लोग कभी balance sheet देखते ही नहीं. We take decisions on the basis of price. Mr. Jayakumar also didn't know. That is why we shared this. It's a very simple learning, but it is a very simple thing that हमको देखना किसको. Many people ask me, sir, standalone भी था, consolidated भी था, मैं कौन सा result देखूं? So when I learned, I realized that this knowledge is not there with investors. So there is a huge opportunity to grow this learning with people, huge opportunity. Okay, let's move forward. Okay, another thing, many people do not know this also. Quarterly results are very, very important to decide to exit and enter companies. Okay, so we will show you why quarterly results are very important for entering. जैसे कल तो मैंने आपको दिखाया था, companies like CDSL, they are growing 70% sales, and historically they have done well. So definitely buy the companies doing such fantastic sales growth, right? So when the company declares the results, we have to see sales growth and profit growth. If you see this, you will have a lot of, only see these two things, friend. And I'm telling you, it's good enough. क्योंकि आपको और तो मिल ही गया, उसका 5-year track record तो मैंने आपको दे ही दिया है. आपको मालूम है कंपनी अच्छी है कि नहीं अच्छी है. On the 5-year track record, which is easily available. So if the company does profit growth or sales growth, just jump on that share, I'm telling you. Just jump on that share. Okay. So this is very, very important, friend. Very, 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 very important. Okay. So when are quarterly results announced? How many days? In how many days they have to announce the quarterly results? In how many days? Okay. So let's start with June quarter first. For June quarter, every result has to be announced in 45 days. So June 30th का result 14th August से आ जाना चाहिए. Okay, in September quarter, the results are announced by 14th November. In December quarter, the results are announced by 15th of February. Only March quarter, they get 60 days because उस समय they also have to give annual results. So it has to be announced by 30th May. Okay. So most of our strategies, हम लोग जो release करते हैं, we release after this date. After we see all the results, then we release our strategy, taking care of the current quarter results. That is why we do very well, because most of our strategies में हम लोग current quarter को देख लेते हैं. That is why most of you must have bought our strategies. So this is the reason why we release our new stocks on 20th November. So after all the results are out, then we check the best results and then give those stocks. Because we have always seen that if the company gives results, they also do well in future. तो बहुत लोग मेरे को पूछते हैं तो स्टॉक का रिजल्ट आने के पहले भी कुछ स्टॉक बढ़ जाते हैं, तो बढ़ जाते हैं, प्रॉब्लम क्या है? बट हम लोग रिजल्ट्स के बाद ही लेते हैं, so that we are 100% sure that the stocks will definitely go up. We work on surety. We don't work on speculation. Okay, so this is another good thing which we do, where we are very sure that, and one quarter is very small for us. हम लोग सिर्फ एक quarter देख के कोई भी share नहीं खरीदते. We see 5 years result, we see last year result and we see current quarter result. कल कोई पूछ रहा था मेरे से, तो हम लोग 5 साल का देखते हैं, फिर लास्ट ईयर देखते हैं, करंट क्वार्टर देखते हैं. This is the right way to see companies, because with 5 years you understand that this company is doing miraculously. Because कोई कंपनी होती है लास्ट 3 साल अच्छी कर रही है, but last 2 साल में it has really done badly. And there are certain companies जो 3 साल अच्छी नहीं की, but last 2 साल में अच्छा किया है. So with understanding 5 years, you actually catch those companies very clearly. आपको एक आइडिया मिल जाता है जो कल सेल्स ग्रोथ में दिखाया था, which we'll practice again. We'll practice again for 5 years so that you have a very good understanding. So many people tell me why 5 years. So मैंने बहुत research किया और मैं देखा 5 साल usually जितने भी intelligent लोग हैं ना, वो लोग सब 5 साल देखते हैं. 10 साल is too much, huh? Don't go into 10 years because I think it's a long horizon in this competitive market. So 5 years is a very, very average system of seeing companies. That is why our QBS is based on 5 years. So I get a very, very good idea about the company. Okay, and then I definitely see the last year and the current quarter. Okay, and that makes me decide about the share, whether to give strong buy or buy, which we will discuss tomorrow. So this is how we decide the quarterly results, and then we take decision on quarterly results.
Shailesh ji,
yes.
So we've got this year a quarterly result, and of course now it is a half yearly result also.
Right.
So now, how will you take? You'll take the 6 monthly result to take a decision on the sales growth and the return. I mean,
only 2 marks. Only 2 marks. Every quarterly results we only give 2 marks.
So no, so you will. There will be one sales figure of 1 quarter, and the second figure also you'll be having, and you'll be giving marks to that.
Only 2 marks every quarter. So every quarter the score can only change maximum by 2. Okay, एक बार फिर से दिखा दो विकास, so that clarity हो जाएगा. Show the Google screen. देखिए 2 मार्क्स मिलेगा नीचे. ये नहीं है दिखाना बेटा, गूगल स्क्रीन दिखाने वाला. देखिए यहाँ पर देखिए जब एवरी क्वार्टर 2 है, देखिए 0 मिला यहाँ पर. Did you see this?
Yes.
संगीता जी?
Yeah.
The maximum क्वार्टर में 2 ही मार्क मिल सकता है, और फिर जो मार्क्स मिलेगा ईयर का मिलेगा. देखिए नीचे ईयर के ऊपर दिया. So if you go here in the app, आपको हर कंपनी का इस तरीके से दिया हुआ है, कैसे मार्क्स दिया रहता है. देखिए 5 साल.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Let's move ahead. Okay. So quarterly results का मैंने डेट बता दिया है. That is why in 45 days all the companies have to release the results. That is a September quarter का सबका 15 November में सबका results is out. Okay. So this now the second part is what is why and why. This is another knowledge. Okay, how many people did not know 45 days में result आता है? Let's see how many people did not know 45 days में results आ जाती है. So investors, didn't know. Mr. Babu didn't know. Okay. Only Mr. Babu didn't know. Rest you. Vijay Kishmar Sharma also didn't know. Okay. So basically, I'm assuming that all 7 people knew about the. Mr. Sagar also didn't know. So basically, these are some basic knowledge. For focusing on quarterly results is the bread and butter for investors. If you do not know quarterly results and you're investing in stocks, then you will make a lot of blunder. बहुत blunder करेंगे. So quarterly results का knowledge होना बहुत जरूरी है. Okay, so that any big quarterly change is the first warning sign जो मैं आपको भी दिखाऊंगा अभी. Okay, so basically quarterly results is the best time which gives me an idea to exit the counter, because many people ask me, sir exit कैसे करते हैं? सब लोग entry तो सिखाते हैं, but nobody teaches exit. Okay, so I'll teach you exit. I'll teach you a strategy of exit. How do you exit stocks after quarterly results? Okay, so basically another understanding is people don't understand why and why. People paper में लिखा रहता है why on why, year on year. So people think year on year is anything related to 12 months. It is something related to annual. It is not annual, friend. It is actually quarter ended 19 compared to quarter ended 20 का जो difference है उसको Y and Y बोलते हैं. So because it is year on year, people confuse with annual, or people think that it is for 12 months. They create ideas. But this is nothing but a comparison for 3 months. How's the company did well between July, August, September 20 compared to July, August, September of 19. So season to season compare karte hain. Okay. So Y and Y is always more important than Q and Q. What is Q and Q? Q and Q means previous quarter and this quarter. Previous quarter and this quarter ko Q and Q bolte hain. Okay, so that is known as Q and Q. Okay, so Y and Y is more important because it captures the seasonal cycle. तो उस season से इस season हमने better किया कि नहीं किया, that is what we capture through Y and Y. Okay, so Y and Y is very, very important. Why we don't take Q and Q? Let's take an example of Vadilal. Vadilal is an ice cream company which always has a loss in December. हरदम December के महीना में उसको loss रहती है, right? So we check, there are about 22, 25, because the list है क्या 22 to 25 companies एक बार बनाए थे हम लोग, which always has a loss for 5 years.
Yeah, we had that. Now I have to check.
कल दे देना ना, please. We give them the 25 companies ही हैं ऐसे, जो usually उस quarter में they always do loss for 5 years. Okay, so sometimes you get confused why there is a loss. That is a seasonal business है उसका. That is a seasonal business. So if one quarter is in a loss, does not mean the company is bad. So you have to be very careful with that. Okay, so Y and Y does not mean that you will put the company in a bad loss. Company खराब होगी. So these are certain simple mistakes which people do sometimes. Okay, so we have to check. Y and Y is very important. That is what you need to see. Next slide, please. Now see how you can exit. So how you can use exit, because Yes Bank is one of the biggest examples of exit. We were able to exit Yes Bank at about 189 rupees. Okay, how? So अगर आप sales growth देखते हैं, EPS growth देखते हैं, अगर keep it very simple, बहुत ज़्यादा time spend नहीं करना है. You have 25 stocks. 25 stocks का सिर्फ आपको देखना है तो मेरे ऐप में easily available है. या आपको न्यूज़पेपर में देखना है, सिर्फ 25 stocks will take you about 25 minutes in 3 months. That is the time you have to give to your stock analysis. Another problem what with investors is, एक बार वो शेयर खरीद लेते हैं, they never sell that stock only. वो stock ही नहीं बेचते हैं, they never sell it. And that is the biggest reason they lose a lot of money in the stock market. Because every company, there is a cycle when the company sales growth is going down. And when the sales growth is going down, you should exit that company, or the profit is going down. So see, 18 September ka results came on 26th October. Vikash, can you please mark? That day, the first time the company showed a negative Y&Y of 6%. It was the first warning signal of a company. Okay, but one quarter, Yes Bank was a great company. You cannot decide to exit, you know, एक quarter wait करते हैं. Then again, December quarter results came on 25th of January. That day, the price was also 219 rupees. So 2 quarter negative. 2 quarter negative. Because में sales भी लगा देता ना तो और easy हो जाता. Next time साथ ही साथ sales भी लगा देते तो.
We'll put that.
Third quarter was a no-brainer actually. 227% negative. Company loss में चली गई. Okay, and the price was still 168 rupees. And people started buying Yes Bank at 100 rupees, 90 rupees, 80 rupees. क्योंकि इतना टीवी में आ रहा था, that many people bought state Yes Bank, I don't know at what, इतना सस्ता हो गया है, valuation सस्ता हो गया है, they went crazy, अब कितना गिरेगा, you know, इतना अच्छा company है, 54,000 crore का company I'm getting at 10,000 crore rupee, but the company is finished, there is no growth. When the company falls into this trouble, it takes 4-5 years again for the company to come back. They don't bounce back immediately. And people kept on buying till 55, 60 rupees, 40 rupees, 30 rupees. This is called ignorant, you know, people who don't understand sales and EPS. You should never buy these companies. When there are good companies available so easily, why are you going into valuation and all these kachada pathetic companies? Why should you buy these companies? So these are things which we need to restrict ourselves, you know, कि भैया company loss में चला गया, हमको valuation नहीं देखना. Forget about it. When they will do profits, then I will see. These are some basic things which I'm telling you, people with valuation miss. Because I have seen so many people. My chacha, you know, he called me up. He said, Shailesh, 65 rupees. Itna kam piye, kahan jayega company? Le lete hain kya? I got, I don't know how many calls during that time. How many people bought Yes Bank? Let's see how many people bought Yes Bank. And you know, after falling and when they saw the TV news, this is called good and famous companies in the news. And you buy those companies. How many people bought Yes Bank?
I had bought Shailesh Yes Bank at about 20 rupees के आसपास खरीदा था मैंने.
20 rupees के आसपास. अभी भी loss ही हो रहा है.
हाँ, अभी भी loss है.
This is where you buy. यही होता है ना, 20 रुपया क्या करेंगे सर? इतना बड़ा कंपनी है. You know, it will become a Suzlon, 2 रुपया हो जाएगा तो आप बोलेंगे 20 रुपये का 2 रुपया हो गया. Anybody else bought? Okay, Sagar ji also bought. I did not buy, I do not marry, but I marry the share. I have Yes Bank also. You don't marry now, you know. This is not life, this is not your wife. You need to learn to exit.
Shailesh ji, see, we need to consider only first quarter only. If it goes down, immediately we need to exit, or we need to wait for it.
2 quarter wait कर लीजिए, कोई problem नहीं.
Okay, yeah, thanks.
You can wait 2 quarters also. But you have to also see the sales also, साथ ही साथ.
Oh, okay.
So definitely, you know, you have to be careful. You know, these are very important things. So exit is also possible after quarterly results. So whenever you see any company which is growing, you know, degrowth in sales, degrowth in profits, you should definitely keep an eye and exit those companies. Definitely. I have Suzlon. I know, Sangeeta ji, इतना 10 साल से पढ़ा हुआ है. अब लोगों को क्या लगता है, अब Suzlon क्या बेचे, 2 रुपया का चीज है. What is the point? पढ़ा रहने दो. और टैक्सेशन के कारण लोग बेचते भी नहीं है कि लॉस हो जाएगा बुक्स में, कैपिटल लॉस हो जाएगा. बट द क्वेश्चन टुडे इज, वो पड़ी रहती है, फिर जिंदगी में पड़ी रहेगी, फिर डिलिस्ट हो जाएगा, कंपनी खत्म हो जाएगी. So that is why if you buy a wrong company, then you have to keep that company. And because इतना cheap price, my friend has 3 lakh Suzlon. बोला 2 रुपया में क्या बेचे? You know, so वो कभी बिकेगे भी नहीं आपकी वो शेयर, अब तो वो डिमांड में पड़ा रहेगा. You know, मैं तो बोलता हूँ 6 लाख बेच के अच्छा शेयर खरीद लो, कम से कम उसमें कुछ तो ग्रोथ होगा. And you start thinking properly also. So sometimes, you have to take the decision in life and you have to exit companies and not buy these bad companies ever. Now with the app, at least, thank God, what we have been able to do in the market in a big way, we have been able to put people in good shares. And now they are facing challenge कि sir profit और कैसे बढ़ाए? पहले तो क्या challenge था investor को, sir loss ही होता है. Profit तो कभी stock market में होता ही नहीं. Now with our investors, the challenge is not profit. Profit is sir और profit कैसे बढ़ाए? So there is a difference. Which is more quality, which will give me more returns. So my investors start thinking like this, rather than investing in Yes Bank, Suzlon, and then crying for whole many years, वो share खराब कर लिए. And then we create a mindset कि stock market ही खराब है. हम लोग stock market से रुपया कमा रहे हैं. Stock market is like a mother. और हम लोग उसी को गाली देते हैं कि stock market ही खराब. We don't take responsibility that we did not. Stock market is not the problem. Stock market में जो हम लोग wrong investment किए वो wrong problem. Same thing with Jet Airways. Many people bought. अभी सब लोग वापस से एयरवेज ले रहे हैं. कभी खुलेगा, दाम बढ़ेगा. अरे भाई हालत खराब है, कितना साल लगेगा, इतने साल का लॉस. How many years will it take to recover? वो पहला महीना में जेट बेच दिया वॉरेन बुफेट. First month he sold all the stocks of Airways. It was in the newspaper. तो आपको भी सोचना चाहिए भी जेट एयरवेज, स्पाइस जेट, इंडिगो 0 पोजीशन, हमको रखना ही नहीं. और ऐसे भी ये सब शेयर में लॉसेस है, ऐसे ही नहीं लेनी चाहिए. तो यही है टीवी न्यूज, गुड एंड फेमस कंपनीज को अवॉइड करिए. गुड एंड फेमस कंपनीज को अवॉइड करिए who are in losses. Companies like Indigo, Jet Airways, Suzlon, Yes Bank, Reliance, Tata Motor, Tata Steel. These are, if you're buying these stocks, that means we have very little knowledge about the stock market. Buy quality, quality, quality. That's it. Buy companies. मैं profit का बात ही नहीं कर रहा हूं. मैं बोल रहा हूं buy company which is profit growing. There are 3 type of companies. One is loss, one is profit, and one is profit growing companies. So the most intelligent people buy profit growing companies. विकास एक चार्ट बनाओ सब लोग के लिए. तीनों चीज लिखो. प्रॉफिट ग्रोइंग, प्रॉफिट लॉस. उसके नीचे लिखना लॉस. इसमें लिखो, लॉस में लिखो, लॉस में टर्न अराउंड. सो बेसिकली पब्लिक कहां सबसे बड़ा लॉस करता है? वेयर दे इन्वेस्ट इन लॉस एंड टर्न अराउंड कंपनीज. वर्स्ट स्ट्रेटेजी टू इवन थिंक अबाउट. If you become lucky, you might become lucky. If you become wrong, then your entire money is lost for many years. Okay, then you have profit companies. So some people, they say at least they have a thought process कि loss में नहीं लगाए. Public नीचे रहती है. Then there is some level of intelligence. Let me invest in profit companies. Some level of intelligence. The most intelligent, brilliant people, they only focus on profit growing companies. Because profit growing companies, हाँ क्या कर रहा हो किशोर, क्या लिख रहा हो किशोर? ऊपर में brilliant and intelligent people, they only invest in profit growing companies. So our job is to make you think like profit brilliant people की तरह सोचिए. Don't. और मैं आपको ये proof कर सकता हूँ. Because can you show? I'll show you the proof. Again, evidence. We always believe in showing videos and evidence that जितने intelligent लोग हैं ऐसे सोचते हैं. Now it is your job आपको कैसे सोचना है. You want to think like this, or you want to, because there are people जिसका काम ही है turnaround companies में invest करना. So if they become right, they become very happy. But it's a very dangerous strategy. Very dangerous strategy. Okay, so let's see profit growing. मैं आपको दिखा सकता हूँ. Because Warren Buffett website. I'll take you to Warren Buffett website and please check.
Page number 25.
It's very clear, sir. You know, आप देखिए. Demonstrated consistent earning power. Consistent earning power, that means growth companies, right? Business earning good returns on equity. Good, मतलब क्या हो? Minimum 15-20. बोलता है ये 20. Company which has no debt. And देखिए यहाँ पर क्या है? The future projections or turnaround situations have no interest to us. So the most important people are, their focus is profit growing companies only. Their focus is never companies which is lost, turnaround, and this is where the maximum money is lost by the investors. Maximum money is lost. So अगर आपका focus अच्छा रहेगा, then even if you give, because profit growing companies में, you even buy at a higher P, you still make money. You still make money. Because उनका profit बढ़ता रहता है ना. So क्या होता है अगर आप higher P में ले लेते हो, और क्या होता है when the profit again jumps, the P reduces. And when the P reduces, again people buy the price. So that is why profit growing companies have double benefit. Because the P, समझे example देता हूँ, we can just show example. See what is the benefit of growing companies का benefit दिखाता हूँ Excel में. These are all brilliant. I am giving you evidence. Now it is up to you. You want to invest in loss, क्योंकि market में इतना loss and turnaround companies का strategies है buying करने का, I don't understand. You know, and सबसे they lose so much of money there. I don't understand why do they invest in these companies when good companies are available. Okay, अबे जैसे growth में आपको दिखाता हूँ. Company है क्या दिखाओ? Company has a profit of 1,000 crores. 100 crores लिख दे. 100 crores profit. 100 crores. And the P is 50. लिख दे 50 का P है. So obviously 50 का P आपको लगेगा high है. But the company is good. Everything is good. I'm talking of QBS is high. Sales is good. Profit is good. Now what is the benefit of a growing company? Now you see growing company लिखोगा. Good name. Growing company. The benefit of a growing company मैं आपको दिखा रहा हूँ. Now go to now next quarter jump and next year उसका profit हो जाता है 150 crores. Okay, then what will be the P? कितना हो जाएगा P कंपनी का? P बनाओ विकास, कितना हो जाएगा P? $37.5 हो जाएगा ना? 37.5.
Just a second. Equals to the P will be the profit would be this. Add this.
तो P हो जाएगा 33. तो ऑटोमेटिक ग्रोइंग कंपनी का सबसे बड़ा बेनिफिट क्या है? इवन इफ यू बाय एट अ हायर P, when the next results come, you know that the company with the automatic the P will reduce. Again, market what will do? Market will again buy the company and again take to 50p. तो क्या होगा कि ऑटोमेटिक आपने अगर 50p में खरीदा है, you'll automatically start making money. Do you understand what is the benefit of growing companies? So even if the P is higher, you get another advantage of the P because after the results come out. So that is why company with growing, their P keeps on increasing and increasing and increasing and increasing. Okay, so this is why the benefit is growing companies. Profit growing companies are very, very important. You know, so paying a higher price for growth is always better than not buying. And everybody, see, I'm telling you, Mr. Ramdev Agarwal is a value investor. Mr. Warren Buffett is a value investor. But they always see growth companies and then they try to buy that company at a cheaper price. So whenever the market falls, or whenever they get an opportunity, they invest in those companies. That is the benefit of growing companies. They had then mentioned clearly. Even Mr. Ramdev Agarwal mentioned QGLP. It's a very famous thing. I can show you. Same principles. ये principles पूरे world में है, मैं आपको बता रहा हूँ. चार ही चीज पूरी दुनिया देखती है. वॉरेन बुफे भी वही देखता है, रामदेव जी भी वही देखते हैं. When you go against these principles, you see growth in the company's earning. That's it. कंपनी का अर्निंग का ग्रोथ हो रहा है, वो बेस्ट कंपनी है. एक ही स्ट्रेटेजी में क्वालिटी जो मैं आपको बताया, आरओई से आती है, क्वालिटी ऑफ मैनेजमेंट, बिजनेस जो मैं आपको बताया, आरओई, क्यूबीएस स्कोर, पूरा उसका जो दिस मैंने क्यूबीएस बनाया, आपको सिखाया, फिर अभी आपको ग्रोथ सिखा रहा हूं. एंड टुमारो आई विल टीच यू प्राइस. सो वंस यू अंडरस्टैंड, यू ऑर्गेनाइज योर माइंड कि मेरे को यही स्टॉक्स खरीदने हैं, then your chances become very, very bright of making money in the stock market. Because future prices are dependent on profit growth. Huge profit growth से जो future prices का movement है, it's remarkable, I'm telling you. So profit growth companies are fantastic. Now we have added three things. पहले sales growth discuss किया, फिर ROE discuss किया, and now we are discussing profit growth. It may look very simple, friends. Many people tell me it is so simple, but it is very, very powerful and very, very effective in the future prices of stocks. And I'm giving you evidence. I'm giving you evidence from the most intelligent mind. Right now, Motilal ji is managing 50,000 crore. Nilesh Shah is managing 1 lakh crore. Warren Buffett is managing 800 billion. So you start at least align to kariye apna thought process us line mein pehle. At least start thinking like them first, and then you will be better. And so you will, because stock market mein there are so many ideas, because you can't think the most brilliant people, then you have ideas mein kho jayenge. Stock market is like a jungle. The animals will eat you, I'm telling you. You need a proper guide. And the guide is value. The guide is growth. Guide is profit growth, sales growth, and ROE. That is the guide which will protect you from the animals. Who are the animals in the stock market? The news media, the news, the sentiment, the market movement. Those are animals of the market जो आपको खा जाएंगे. So it will create so much of fear in you that you will not have confidence. But if you have confidence, no, I have profit growth company, I will hold on, then you will make money. I have sales growth company, I will hold on, then you will make money. I have great companies with ROE, then you will make money. I have companies with great QPS. I have great companies which has 40% sales growth. But itna hi confidence hai, you will be able to survive the other animal. What is the other animal? अरे मार्केट गिर रहा है, इलेक्शंस है, यूएस इलेक्शंस है, कभी इंडो पाकिस्तान वॉर है, कभी कोविड है, कभी बजट है, कभी बिहार इलेक्शंस है, अरे बाजार 35p में है. You will go crazy. I'm telling you, market is doing, and I'm telling you, there are so many human animals which is doing this. I'm telling you, because they don't understand the truth of the market. Last 50 years, he has not sold many shares for 25 years. Many people have not sold many shares for 20 years, but they have picked up good companies and they have kept those companies only. They have not sold those companies. तो क्या 20 साल में राजीव गांधी का डेथ हो गया, मर्डर हो गया, इलेक्शंस आ गए, इतना इकोनॉमिक ट्रबल हो गया, इकोनॉमिक क्राइसिस हो गया, but those companies are doing well. That is why the stock market index keeps going up. That is why whenever you will hear Rakesh, Jhunjhunwala, anybody, they are always bullish of the stock market. Always bullish. They are never bearish of the stock market. So P is just a thought process, I'm telling you, just a thought process. P is not important for quality and good companies. It's not important. It is not at all important for quality and great companies. Friend, that is the reality. Even if the market will go down, another good thing, market never goes down. Historically, in the worst economic crisis, the market does not go down more than 6 to 9 months. But if you have quality stocks, those prices will come in a year's time. If you have quality stocks, if you have crap stocks, those prices will not come in your lifetime. It will become like a Suzlon or a Yes Bank. So follow the principles and buy quality stocks, their prices will always come. And when do you exit? Whenever there is a degrowth in sales, then you check, is there a new peer which is come and the new person has come in the market, or that product has no relevance in the market anymore. So if that product has no relevance, then forget about it. Somebody is asking, Mr. Rao, with increase in profit, how did P drop in your example? Anybody can answer this question to Mr. Rao? So this is basic understanding, sir. If the profits will go up, the P will come down because it is price to earning ratio. Mr. Rao, this is the basic understanding of the market. If the P is nothing but price to earning. So if the earning will go up, automatically there is a decrease in price because of the profit increase. Okay. Am I audible? Sagar cannot hear my voice. Am I audible, Vikash? Vikash?
Yes, sir. Very clearly.
Yes.
I don't know why people are writing. Sir, please don't write. It's your computer problem, Mr. Sagar, and people are writing. I get confused actually. So please check and then write on the chat box, please. Please check your computer first. Okay. Let's move forward, please. Let's move forward. Warren Buffett, show them that quotation. One of my favorite quotations. So Warren Buffett, Jeff Bezos met Warren Buffett. Usko strategy bataya. Kisi ROE hai, profit hai, very simple because uska acquisition criteria hai. So Warren, your investing strategy is so simple. Why doesn't everybody just copy you? Because nobody wants to get rich slow. Sab log kya hai? Everybody wants to earn 100% returns, and that is why they don't even make 25% returns. If you follow simple strategies, then you will even make 25% returns in the market. 20-25% किसी को नहीं चाहिए ना, सबको. Okay, so investing strategies are very simple, friends. Fundamental analysis is very easy to make money. I have given you enough evidence. Now it is up to you to digest this information which you have with you. And you have to build your conviction and start practicing it. Let's move forward. Okay. So the last concept is free cash flow. A very, very important concept of the market is free cash flow. Okay. So what is free cash flow? Free cash kya hota hai? Many people have no understanding of free cash flow also. But this is one thing which helps the company, in bad times. So this helps the company to fall less in falling markets. Three things: ROE, sales growth and profit growth, guarantees that the future prices of stocks will go up. Okay, it actually, I'm using the word guarantee because I have seen it from my experience that 85% of the stocks will go up if they have three things in the stocks. What does free cash flow guarantee? Free cash flow guarantees that when the market will fall, COVID mein bazaar gira many times, stocks which have free cash flow, they fall the least. Now, this is another very important myth. People think low risk means low returns. How many people believe this? Low risk means low returns. This is absolutely nonsense. Okay? Low risk does not mean low returns. If you have the right quality stocks is always low risk and high returns. Again, I'm repeating. Quality stocks, which has 4 parameters, are always low risk and high returns. Always. Okay? So in the stock market, when the stock market goes down because of external factors means COVID, elections, economic problems, political economic problems, taxation changes, budget changes. So when the stock market goes down because of those reasons, so companies which have free cash flow, they fall the least. वो सबसे कम गिरते हैं. So what is the right strategy? Why should you buy companies with free cash flow? So when the companies have free cash flow, when the market will fall, these stocks will fall less than the benchmark. And companies which have sales growth, profit growth, and ROE, they will always perform 3 times more than the benchmark. That is the beauty of the QBS which we have created. So basically, all the intelligent people are talking about these 4 factors. Everybody. Okay, I'll show you Mr. Sunil Singhania. I'm sure Mr. Gera and Sangeeta ji will know Sunil Singhania, right?
Yes, sir, very much.
He was also Reliance Mutual Fund. I'll show you another video where he's talking of he buys companies with profit growth, ROE, and companies which has low PE. But he focuses first on company which has profit growth and ROE. Okay, so I'll show you another video. So very, very important is that we should study companies which has profit growth and ROE. So it helps the company to. So low risk and high returns is only possible in quality stocks. Because market गिरना अपने हाथ में नहीं है. 35 का पी है, बाजार गिरेगा, 30 पे हो जाएगा, 25 का पी में आ जाएगा. But the stocks, if they are quality, they will fall less. And market has a tendency to always give a V-shaped recovery. And when the V-shaped recovery will come, these stocks will give 3 times return. इन लोग क्या होता है, गिरते कम है, return 3 times देते हैं. So that is why they keep outperforming the benchmark. So we need to invest in only those stocks which beats the benchmark from this quality.
We clearly see good pockets of value. In fact, we have done a detailed analysis and what we have seen that over the last 15 months to 18 months, mutual funds and investors have vacated 2 interesting spaces. One is companies below 5,000 crore market cap. So if you actually look at the total AUM which mutual funds manage in equity, they manage almost 10 lakh crores. And only 6.5% is invested in companies below 5,000 crore market cap. Also, high net worth individuals, as well as so-called the alternatives, they have also vacated this small cap space because returns have not been great over the last 15 months. Our view is that there is huge opportunity there because their companies are still trading at 8, 9, 10 P and growing quite decently. The second place where we see a lot of value is again based on this data. Almost 40% of all investments done in equity mutual funds is in companies with a trailing P of more than 30 times. So our view is again, companies which have so-called been growing without any concerns, they have got disproportionate re-rated and they are trading at very, very high P multiples. But we have seen the first sign of them also not performing. We have seen large companies like Maruti, Eicher, Page, where slightest disappointment on earnings has caused the prices to go down by 25-30%. Our view is that again, a value with reasonable growth is a space where the markets have completely vacated that. And therefore our view is that follow a 15-15-15 kind of a system where companies which are growing at 15% with an ROE of 15% and with a likely P of less than 15. I think that is the space where investors should focus on.
So very important है, पहले क्या होता है ना, हम लोग price focus हरदम last है. जो हम लोग भी tomorrow will also focus on valuation and price. It's not that we will not focus. But पहले ROE, profit growth. Same thing if you see, I'll show you. We can show the Warren Buffett one. Organize your mind first. That is the key aspect which I want you to think. इसमें अगर आप देखेंगे, इसमें भी price है. But that is the number 6. First, profit growth, ROE. And then come to price. Price we will discuss. We will talk about price tomorrow and day after. It's not that we will not discuss. But before that, let's understand that growth companies, ROE companies में को price देखना है. हमको नीचे वाली कंपनी से price नहीं देखना है. Right? So this is understanding which you have to keep in your mind. Price is important, but that is the last importance. So you have to really focus on quality companies first, find quality companies, understand their moat, understand their competitive advantage, understand their market share, distribution network, see how the quality is, how much ROE they are doing, what is the competitive advantage they are having in the market, what is the entry barriers for their competitors, why will these companies keep doing well in future. Once you have a hang to it, then sometimes you get an intuition that I'm ready to pay a higher price because you understand very clearly. But if you're focused too much on price, then you will miss these quality factors. So this challenge, how much you have to pay, comes from that quality in your mind. So that is a very important thing which you have to remember. Okay, so this is where quality comes in. Focus again and again here, and then tomorrow and day after we will discuss price also. But what is the point of discussing price if you don't know quality? अगर वो रद्दी चीज है तो हमको खरीदना ही नहीं है ना. हमको price में if you even give me free, I don't want to buy. I don't want to buy a stock paper. I want to buy a good stock. Correct, which has value. So this is what you need to remember, very, very important. Buying quality stocks is always low risk and higher. Yes, let's continue with free cash flow. Vikash, PPT, please.
Yeah, just a second. Yes.
Okay, so company who has free cash flow are always companies, they can survive external and internal challenges. External challenges like COVID, elections, economic problems, these companies can easily survive because they are so strong, they have so much money that they can take care. It's like savings. ये बड़ा simple example है. समझिए, you don't have any debt and you have 1 crore in your bank account. And in case you are left from your job or आपकी business से problem होती है, you will not go through so much fear. Why? Because you have savings in your bank account. You know that you can take care. So free cash flow is nothing but savings of the company. Usually this free cash flow is put by companies in the debt market. That is why if you see, companies cannot put their money in equity. Their own money, they can only put in the debt market. That is when the debt market, there is 14-15 lakh crore rupees. वो किसका रुपया है? That money is actually of these companies who have free cash flow. This money is actually put in the debt market. Okay, so whenever they need, they can exit the debt market and they put their money back in the company. So it is like they put the regular because they need liquidity. When they need liquidity, they want liquidity instantly. to take care of their company, like the COVID crisis. So many companies which had, like recently TCS, who has such a great cash flow, 29,000 crore ka they have free cash flow, 29,000 crores free cash flow. What will they do? So they were giving increase to their salary people. They were giving increase. Why? Because they have free cash. They are buying back the shares. Okay. So when you have free cash, whenever an opportunity comes, a small company, they buy out those company. So company which has free cash can do very well. That is the power of companies with free cash. Please move ahead. So this is the importance of free cash flow. It is very simple. Free cash flow is operating cash flow minus capital expenditure. Okay, this data is usually not available. In my app, it's very easily available. Okay, for banking and financial services, we don't see free cash flow. We see NPA. So free cash flow, हम लोग banking and financial services में ROC and free cash flow we don't see in company for, because they उनका काम ही है cash में debt लेना और debt देना. So they always have, so we never see free cash flow from banking and financial services company. For them, we see NPA. Okay, non-performing assets. Okay, so this is how it is calculated. The free cash flow is calculated. Okay, so when you calculate the free cash flow, you definitely remove all the debt companies and everything also. Sometimes because of depreciation effect, sometimes the free cash flow is positive. So we adjust all the debt, high debt companies, we adjust loss-making companies, and then give you the free cash flow in the app. So the cash flow is actually very, very genuine. Because we also have to remove those 40 companies, जिसका 10 times above है debt का जो बात की है. Note कर लो बेटा, अभी याद आया.
Yeah.
So we are doing further gradation that those companies are genuinely saving cash. So we remove free cash flow because sometimes because of the accounting entry, free cash flow आ जाती है. So we remove all companies which has high debt, loss-making companies, operating loss companies. Okay. And we see free cash flow for 2 years consecutive average, and then we give. So we have a very hard way of calculating free cash flow in the app. So if those companies have free cash flow, those companies will do well. Okay, friends. So let's see another good thing which I will tell you. In free cash flow cannot be manipulated. Because many people have this in mind. India mein to some manipulation hota hai. Accounts are manipulated. Let me give you 2-3 very, very important information. The INDAS, the Indian Accounting System, which was launched in March 2018, it is a very strict system where a lot of disclosures have to be given by the company. It is like the GAAP accounting system of abroad. Okay, so after the Modi government, number one, after 2-3 scandals related to DHFN and all, now there is a criminal prosecution on auditors also. So now the company results are very, very, not easily manipulated. But I'll show you one area. It is not manipulation, but this is called adjustment of account. This is not fraud, but this is how they sometimes do something to give you a wrong impression. Okay, so Vikas, just show. So how can you prevent yourself from jo profit growth or sales growth hota hai? How can you prevent yourself with the power of free cash flow? So you understand the power of free cash flow. Why Nilesh Shah? Why everybody sees free cash flow? Because उसमें आपका company का quality मालूम पड़ जाता है. Okay, so please see this. This is very, very important. Now this is the true case. We can just mark the true case. So actually, genuinely, the company has profit after tax of 38 crores only. The genuine profit of the company, the actual picture was 38 crores. Now, how smartly they have increased the profit to 188 crores, you see. Okay, this is not even fraud. Huh? This is accounting entry jugglery, I would say. And which investors don't understand, which the free cash flow catches very quickly. That is why all the intelligent people see free cash flow. एंड इन्वेस्टर्स को तो आधा लोग को फ्री कैश फ्लो क्या वो भी नहीं मालूम है. I have seen many investors, they don't know what is free cash flow. Okay, because it cannot be manipulated. It's not easy to manipulate free cash flow. Okay, so what people do sometimes, see case A, to increase the profits to 188 crores, अगर देखिए, he has to increase his sales. तो actually sales नहीं है, तो क्या दिखा देगा? Sales हो गए in the books. So if you have to increase the sales in case A, you have to do an accounting entry. Okay, you have to do an accounting entry. You have to increase your debtor because actual sales तो है नहीं, तो आपको debtor को बढ़ाना पड़ेगा. Correct or not correct? So some people, this is called false sales, दिखा के अपना sales को and profit बढ़ा लेते हैं. So many people ask me, sir, sales and profit मैं पहले देख रहा हूँ, तो अगर growth है, so sometimes you can get trapped, but if you see free cash flow, then you will not get trapped. That is why the QBS which we have created is super intelligent. So अगर वो है तो उसमें पकड़ा जाएगा वो, because उसका free cash flow नहीं होगा उसका. Okay, so we have seen that. So they will increase this. Now go to another case. Now case A, no, go to cash flow statement. In cash flow statement, see case A. Okay, यहाँ पर debtors उनको बढ़ाना पड़ा. What happened was that the operating cash flow became less automatically to 3 crores. The actual operating cash flow is actually 48 crores. But because he has increased the debtors, the cash flow has become 3 crores minus. So, and by doing capex, it is actually 103 crores minus. So you know that free cash flow further increases. Actual case mein is case mein. So when the free cash flow is very, very highly minus, you can catch the company. Okay, so operating cash flow is very, very important, which usually investors don't see. आधा लोग को knowledge ही नहीं है कि there is something called cash flow statements. Even if you are owning a company, you have to make a cash flow statement, but people don't see cash flow statements. And for fund managers, cash flow statements gives me quality companies. I can immediately catch those companies very, very quickly. Okay, so this is one area where you have to be very, very careful. Okay, there is another way to manipulate. And these are not fraud, huh? This is called accounting jugglery, which many companies used to do. But अब जब से लोग intelligent हो रहे हैं, लोग नहीं कर पा रहे. Now see, in case B, there is another way. He did not increase the sales, but what he did was there was an expenditure of R&D cost. उसको क्या किया, वो expenditure zero कर दिया. And Mumtaz, please mark, please. So if he makes the expenditure zero, then in the balance sheet, what he has to do? In the balance sheet, he has to increase your capital expenditure. He has to increase his assets. Now, what is the impact in the cash flow statement? In the cash flow statement, you have to say operating cash flow minus capex. So यहाँ पर उसका capex जो है वो 300 crore हो गया. Actual capex is 100, but actually he had to make 300 minus. So again, the cash flow became minus. So free cash flow protects and gives you quality companies and protects you from manipulation, which usually investors don't see at all. So this is a very, very powerful thing. That is why we have free cash flow and we give 5 marks to companies which has great free cash flow. So when we give 5 marks, we come across very, very good companies. Automatically, we come across very good companies because they are saving cash. So 5 marks to sales growth, 5 marks to profit growth, 5 marks to ROE, and 5 marks to free cash flow. So once you combine this, you automatically come to 125, 150 great companies in the country. So आपको जो मेहनत है आपका to come to 150 companies becomes very easy, very, very easy. So you know that you are not investing in a manipulative, you know, fear है ना कि कहीं balance sheet में चोरी है, am I investing in a wrong company? What is the management? So by doing the QBS, we have removed every problem which the investors faces. And so much detail they can't study. This will take hours and hours. So by making the QBS, it's like instant coffee. It's a good company or not a good company, you can know within 1 second. So people are just getting crazy. You know, my sales have increased, doubled up after QBS. People are just coming to know QBS of the companies and they're buying the product. This was such an instant hit, which we launched 45 days back. Our sales have developed only because of this one product. That how we can make good companies available instantly within 1 second. Okay, so we'll open for questions, friends. We'll open for questions. Then we'll do some practical things. How did you like cash flow? Any views on people? How was the learning? I'm just explaining you the power of QBS. You know, just show QBS, we can't just show the QBS of Whirlpool. So that is why, you know, I'll show you Whirlpool. You know, companies which has hit ratio of 22/22. Why these companies are super good? They have increased the prices by 200% in 5 years. 22/22 score. 5 साल से शुरू हो रहा है. They are earning money. They have free cash flow. Such great companies, friend. Huh?
Sorry, sir. This Naveen. Since we are in this page, we are giving 1 based on how much sales growth it is. Above 1, above 15% or above 10%?
No, 1% also you get 1.
Oh, okay.
Even 1% you get 1 marks.
Okay, cash flow also, cash flow? What about cash flow?
Nothing, cash flow also 1 crore also positive, 1 mark.
Okay, okay.
People are not even able to do that, my friend.
True. Actually, your app is very much helping. I mean, this is very good knowledge which you are sharing. Thanks.
See how the QBS score is calculated. ROE, free cash flow, sales growth, EPS growth for last 5 is equal to quality business. This is an innovation. Many friends are telling me I should patent this. Because we have made the entire business philosophy so simple. I don't know how many people agree, but once you start investing with this, then you realize the power that life has become so easy now.
Sir, there's one more off topic.
So now please see the video, you will understand. You know, you see the video again 2-3 times, you will understand, Mr. Rao. It takes time. If you don't have stock market knowledge, it takes time to understand.
One more off topic point, sir. Shaileshji, yesterday I reported one defect in this. See, just because can you scroll it up a bit?
Yeah.
Bit up.
Scroll karo. Vikash.
Yes, sir.
ऊपर करो, scroll करने बोल रहा हूँ.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There here great company 127 great companies, right? See, there is a link. Do you want to know? When we click on that, it is not listing that 127 companies.
It will come. It will come. Because इसको चालू करा दे, हटवा दे, so please get it done tomorrow only.
Okay.
So yeah, get this removed first. जब आ जाएगा ना page, this page Harshul was making, then you get it done. Huh? Just write in the group.
So great company means like based on how we are evaluating, sir?
18 and above.
18 and above, is it?
18 and above are great companies.
Okay, okay. Yeah, thanks.
18, 19, 20, 21, 22 are great companies.
Okay.
Are able to get this score. Anybody else? Do you understand the power of QBS now? 2 days I've taken you to make you understand, but this has taken me 15 years to find out. To make fundamental analysis very, very simple. Now from this 150, we will go deep down and buy at 15, 20, 30 good stocks. Please mute yourself when your phone is ringing, please. Anybody else has any questions on this? No comments, nothing.
शैलेश भाई इसमें एक जरा हैवेल्स का देखेंगे जरा. Can you look at Havells? Because
देख सकते हैं, आपके पास अवेलेबल है, आपके पास है ना.
Havells में actually I was trying to काफी हाई उसका मतलब अगेन पी को हम देखता था मैं.
तो पी को बाद में देखिए ना सर, पी कल देखेंगे, पहले क्वालिटी कैसा है.
हाँ, वो क्वालिटी का ही था कि was supposed to be अच्छा इसका ग्रोथ था. And suddenly after the quarterly earning they have again started touching all time high, अपना क्रॉस करना शुरू कर दिया. 720-25 का रहता था, ये 830-40 तक पहुंच गया.
Havells is a great company. आप देखिए ना, स्कोर देखिए ना, आपको स्कोर से आइडिया लग जाएगा कितना हाई स्कोर है. 16 है शायद इसका स्कोर, जितना मेरे को याद है. 16 है उसका स्कोर. फैंटास्टिक कंपनी है. अभी क्या ग्रोथ आया, बाप रे, 51% ग्रोथ एंड सेल्स आल्सो ग्रोइंग बाय 10%. और आपको क्या चाहिए सर, कोविड में भी कंपनी का ग्रोथ हो रहा है, तो ऑब्वियसली भाव बढ़ेगा ही ना. इट्स सच अ हाई स्कोर प्लस अ ग्रेट कंपनी एंड दे हैव मोनोपोली इन, दे हैव इतना प्रोडक्ट्स में, दे हैव ट्रेमेंडस मार्केट शेयर. मार्केट शेयर दिखाओ विकास हैवेल्स का. सर इट टेक्स 2 मिनट्स. स्कोर देखिए, करंट क्वार्टर रिजल्ट देखिए एंड मार्केट शेयर देखिए. You will know everything about the company. It takes three minutes now in my app. 3 minutes. And after the program, it's so easy. Price देखेंगे आप कभी भी, आपको कभी कमाई नहीं कर पाएंगे. The price does not build conviction.
Right.
Conviction is built by the company's firm. See the market share of this company. 19% fan segment, 19% water heaters, 18% switch gears. Can you imagine the company what it is doing? It's a fantastic company. 16 स्कोर है उसका, ट्रेमेंडस मार्केट शेयर है, लार्ज कैप कंपनी है. ये सब कंपनी का तो रिजल्ट आया, बस भाव खरीद लेना चाहिए.
नहीं, I have a major investment to this.
वेरी गुड. अब समझ में आया ना कि आपका कॉन्फिडेंस, डू यू फील कॉन्फिडेंस आया ना ये अंडरस्टैंडिंग से आपको?
नहीं, बिल्कुल बिल्कुल.
अभी मैं प्राइस देख ही नहीं रहा हूं, मैं कंपनी का क्वालिटी दिखा रहा हूं आपको, और कुछ नहीं दिखा रहा हूं. और इसका वो भी खोलो ना विकास, इन्वेस्टर प्रेजेंटेशन खोलो. एनुअल रिपोर्ट्स में, एनुअल रिपोर्ट्स उसमें ही आ जाता है, उसमें आ जाता है विकास. हाँ, एनुअल रिपोर्ट नीचे खोलो. या सो दिस इज हाउ यू बिल्ड कॉन्फिडेंस. गिरा जी, अब आया ना कॉन्फिडेंस. तो ये नहीं आने से प्राइस से कभी कॉन्फिडेंस नहीं आता है कंपनी में. अब इन्वेस्टर प्रेजेंटेशन खोलिए, अक्टूबर 2020 का ही, इसको पढ़िए, आपका तो और कॉन्फिडेंस बढ़ जाएगा. कंपनी क्या करता है, क्या डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन नेटवर्क है, देखिए 29 अक्टूबर का ही है. बैलेंस शीट छोड़ देगा, डोंट फोकस ऑन द बैलेंस शीट. देखिए क्या कंज्यूमर है, क्या करता है. ये तो ये भी कंट्रीब्यूशन मार्जिन्स, स्विच गियर्स में 42% है. गो अप विकास. डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन नेटवर्क देखिए क्या करता है कंपनी. कैश फ्लो क्या है कंपनी का, तो ज्यादा इट इज मोर ऑन द फाइनेंशियल्स में ज्यादा फोकस कर रहा है. नेट वर्किंग कैपिटल डेज, डेटा डेज देखिए 13 दिन में तो पैसा आ जाता है कंपनी. सी द स्ट्रेंथ ऑफ द कंपनी. मतलब ऐसा डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन नेटवर्क है, 13 दिन में पैसा आ जाता है कंपनी. तो ये सब बेसिक चीज स्टडी करेंगे ना, कन्विक्शन आ जाएगा कंपनी में, फिर कभी बेचेंगे नहीं कंपनी. यू विल कीप इट फॉर योर ग्रैंडचिल्ड्रन. जब तक ये नहीं आएगा, वो प्राइस से आपका शेयर दिखता रहेगा, कभी भी होल्ड नहीं कर पाएंगे.
ये दिस इज Q-on-Q is last year quarter versus this year quarter for the same quarter. Last year क्या था, इस बार कितना है?
Q-on-Q is not last year. Q-on-Q is previous quarter.
अच्छा.
Year on year is last year quarter. अभी तो मैंने बताया था.
हाँ नहीं, मैं एक्चुअली यहाँ पे Q2 FY21 और Q2 FY20 दिखा रहा है वो.
ये Q2, ये Q&Q नहीं दिखा रहा है, ये Q अलग दिखा रहा है.
अच्छा, ये अलग वो
ये नहीं, ये Y&Y दिखा रहा है, ये Y&Y दिखा रहा है, बट अलग तरीके से दिखा.
Okay. The actually operating margin has gone up very sizably last year से इस साल काफी बढ़ गया इनका.
वही तो बोल रहा हूँ ना, ROC देखिए,
return on net, RONW is return on net worth.
So, by studying the investor presentation, you understand the company क्या है. पहले तो आपने सिंपल देख लिया QBS, फिर करंट क्वार्टर का सेल्स देख लिया, उसका मार्केट शेयर देख लिया, और फिर फटाक से इन्वेस्टर प्रेजेंटेशन पढ़ लिया. Within 10 minutes, you can build confidence on the company. It's a great company. Hold for life or hold for my grandchildren. जब तक ये confidence नहीं आएगा, पैसा नहीं कमा सकते. You cannot have multi-baggers in your system. Is the concept clear now?
Yeah, definitely.
और आप जितना लोग को सुनेंगे ना, इंटेलिजेंट लोग को, अब मैं जो बोल रहा हूँ वही सुनेंगे. Whenever you meet any intelligent investor, investment fund manager, they will always talk the same language. If they talk any other language, आप समझ लीजिए आपको ज्यादा knowledge है उनसे. Okay, let's do some practical analysis. Let's do some विकास लगा दे 5 years का profit growth लगा दे. Profit growth लगा हुआ है क्या?
Yes, EPS growth.
हाँ, क्वार्टर से करो, क्वार्टर से हाई यूज करो. ये वो कर दिया, क्वालिटी बिजनेस को हाई कर दिया. पहले क्वालिटी बिजनेस करो 15 के ऊपर.
Yeah.
So first is quality business score 15 के ऊपर यार. 5 साल का ट्रैक रिकॉर्ड अच्छा ही होना चाहिए. It's like minimum 15, so that you know that the quality is very good. So one thing is very clear, and then you go into deep analysis. This is the second analysis you need to do. Chirag, remember we were discussing in the morning, yesterday morning. First is QBS, then you go into the second analysis, so that you know that the company is good. You don't have to study about the company because you know the track record of the company is very good.
Yes, 237 companies.
237 companies वो quarter से लगाते हैं. AGS.
AGS have not taken.
AGS भी ले लो ना, 11 better रहेगा. अच्छी कंपनी डिस्कस करते हैं ना पहले.
Greater than 55%.
हाँ. अब देखिए एक कंपनी है
गुजरात अंबुजा एक्सपोर्ट लिमिटेड.
गुजरात अंबुजा एक्सपोर्ट लिमिटेड 16 का QBS है. AGS is also very high. लास्ट 3 साल में क्या रिटर्न है? 5-year रिटर्न is 423%. और सितंबर क्वार्टर में 397% का ग्रोथ आया है. तो ऑब्वियसली वी हैव टू चेक, बट लास्ट ईयर भी 65% का ग्रोथ था इसमें.
लास्ट क्वार्टर
क्या होता है ना, सेल्स इज ऑलवेज बेटर बिकॉज क्या होता है प्रॉफिट में, जो मैंने बोला ना, समटाइम इट इज आल्सो द लैंड सेल एंड मेनी थिंग्स, सो वी डोंट गेट द एग्जैक्ट थिंग्स ऑफ द कंपनी. ओके. Oh, we did not complete the exceptional profit, Vikash. Exception तो दिखा, वो तो लोग मिस हो जाएगा. Then we come here. Can we extend the program by half an hour, friends? Is it okay? Or should we close? 7 बज गया है.
No, that should be fine.
Half an hour is okay, friend?
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so let's complete half an hour. मैं थोड़ा सा permission ले लूं क्योंकि कल permission नहीं लिया था, नहीं तो some people may have family time. But I want to complete the exceptional item. Let's complete the exceptional item now, Vikash.
Yeah, just
Friend, QBS is a very, very powerful tool. Instant coffee है. You want to understand great company जिसका दाम बढ़ेगा, just see QBS. I'm telling you, friend, you practice it, you'll be shocked how quickly you can tell all the fund managers it's a good share or a bad share. And the fund manager will always remember you. Okay, let's move ahead, because let's see. So ये पूरा statement है. We'll be discussing extraordinary item. अगर आप देखेंगे, so ये एक तो sheet है. So net sales हम लोग ने discuss किया. Then you have the major expenses, then total expenditure, then you have the operating profit, and then you have exceptional items. Okay, so let's study exceptional items quickly. 2 minutes, not very. So what is an exceptional item? Exceptional item is profit and loss of selling of a disposal of a fixed asset. तो अगर आप देखेंगे गुजरात अंबुजा एक्सपोर्ट में 400% का प्रॉफिट ग्रोथ होगा. जब तक बैक में देख ले, इज इट अ एक्सेप्शनल आइटम तो नहीं है ना, दिख जाएगा ना तुरंत. गुजरात अंबुजा एक्सपोर्ट का विकास.
yes, checking.
हाँ, सो एक्सेप्शनल आइटम है, उसको चेक करना चाहिए, बट सेल्स में वो प्रॉब्लम नहीं रहती है. So that is why I am more of a sales guy, because मुझे product अच्छा मिलता है तो मुझे मालूम है company will do very well. Because sales अच्छा है तो profit अच्छा होगा. But profit अच्छा है, sales अच्छा होगा, उसको कोई guarantee नहीं है. So आपको double study करना पड़ता है. And this is where investors sometimes loses a lot of money, because they buy companies with profit growth, but wo actually it is coming from a land, sale of a land. It is not actual business profit. So they make a lot of mistakes. Okay. So sometimes there is abnormal losses, amount received in insurance claim, write off expenditure. So sometimes, you know, company में business अच्छी है, but कोई goodwill को write off करते हैं. कोई अचानक कोई abnormal loss हो गया because of some contracts. Those are not business losses or business profits. So these exceptional items need to be done minus, जो हम लोग अपने app में करते हैं. And then we actually take the right profits, which I will show you the example. Vikas, ready है क्या Gujarat Ambuja export? Is it exceptional, not exceptional, please?
Yeah, it's doing that only.
App में भी तो होगा ना?
App में भी है, हाँ.
Okay, in this account statement, they'll mention, is it?
Everywhere exceptional items are always mentioned.
So we
Always
should
has to mention. But what happens is people don't have knowledge, so लोग actual profit loss में trading करते हैं.
Okay.
No, there is no exceptional item in this, and this is also showing there is no exceptional item. Nil.
It's a genuine profit increase, huh?
Yeah, it's a genuine profit increase. The major deduction in the cost has happened in total expense for this, profit before exceptional item, total income was okay, 908. There was 80 crores of, not 80 crores, yeah, 80 crores of this increase in revenue, sales.
989 to 80 crores, okay.
80 crores of increase.
And that is translated to, so basically sales have also increased.
Yeah.
And that is translated to profits.
Translated to profit, yeah.
तो उसका sale, इसीलिए हम लोग sales देखते हैं. Sales has translated to entire sales has gone into profits.
If we can see, the sale has 9% growth. Yeah, sale has 9% growth.
900 का 92 है ना?
हाँ.
हाँ तो 10% ही हो गया ना?
हाँ, correct. But EPS has jumped drastically.
So basically these are the jumps which you, and what is the price movement? अभी अगर देखेंगे historically, Gujarat Ambuja Export, because these companies sometimes is not in the radar of people, and we miss a lot of opportunities like this. So वो जो हम लोग अभी नया sales screener बना रहे हैं and profit screener बना रहे हैं, so you'll immediately come to know straight companies. अच्छा तो है ही, पहले QPS है वो तो अच्छा है, track record is very good. अब अभी current quarter में कौन अच्छा कर रहा है? Let's buy those companies instantly.
Yeah.
So you'll never miss opportunities in the market. और ये सबसे बड़ा जो मैं आपको strategy दे रहा हूँ profit का यही strategy है. After the results, if we can find out which companies are doing well. So I'm very excited to launch the sales screener and profit screener in the last 10 days, next 10 days.
In 6 months, the stock has risen 117%.
Already 6 months में 117% stock is up.
In
last 5 years, the stock is up by 423%. So sometimes people don't know the names also. Look, सोचते Gujarat Ambuja Cement, Gujarat Ambuja Export, you know, but it's a fantastic company. Same thing with HIL, Hyderabad Industries Limited. Same thing. See the growth. See the EPS growth, 195%.
And sales growth was 22%.
ये sales दिखा रहा है कि ये profit दिखा रहा है?
Sales growth was 22% and EPS growth was drastic.
Right.
This is.
तो आपको यह मिल जाएगा भैया, sales growth भी हो रहा है, EPS growth भी है. Okay. So and we actually show the exceptional item. तो वो भी check कर लेना चाहिए कि exceptional item के कारण तो नहीं है ना. That means actual business growth है. Actual business profit growth is fantastic. Fantastic. Gujarat Ambuja Export Limited, HIL, then you go to Supreme Petro. Last year कुछ घटा था because of ये, but again it has gone up drastically by 145%. but 5-year average is only 58%, but 4-year, if 195% share बढ़ा है. So again, it's a good company. Supreme Petro is also decent. Then you come to Escorts. Okay. So basically, this screener will be available with you in 10 days. So you will not miss the greatest shares instantly. So highest sales and highest profit should be there, and if they are available at a P of 30, 35, then it's a great investment. And if they are invested, they say HIL is available at a P of 9 and GAEL is also available at a P of 13. That means it is undervalued and the company is having such great profits and sales. So but the question is, it's a small cap. So again, there is also a challenge which we'll be discussing in mid cap, small cap, but it's a small cap company. But historically, these companies are doing very well. Gujarat Amja Exports, Hyderabad Industries Limited, Supreme Petro, Escorts, Mastec, KNR Constructions, AFL is again come here. Then you have Tirumalai Chemical. The profits are very high, but historically it has been not doing well. So we have to just be careful. But again, the profits are very high. What is the sales, Vikash? Yeah, adjusted EPS यहाँ नहीं दिए क्या? Adjusted EPS का growth नहीं देते हैं क्या?
No, adjusted EPS growth है. These are all
adjusted EPS growth है क्या?
हाँ, all are adjusted EPS.
Quarter भी.
Quarter I need to check. Annual is all adjusted EPS.
We are seeing quarter, so we have to just make sure we are seeing quarter EPS adjusted growth.
Adjusted EPS meaning क्या मतलब वो?
Exceptional item हटा के. Exceptional profits or exceptional जो business से related नहीं है.
Okay.
Which is not related to the business. If you see them, then you make a wrong decision.
Okay.
So this is a very basic understanding of research, which sometimes investors don't have idea and they make mistakes here. Okay, so this screen will be available with you. So basically, high QBS, 5 years, and then quarter sales and quarter EPS growth, and you will be investing in great companies automatically.
Yeah, these are adjusted. Yeah.
So we are giving you names, Gujarat Amja Export, HIL, Supreme Petro, Escorts, Mastec, Procter & Gamble, Havells. Havells is here. Again, 82% जो growth हो रहा है ना, ये exceptional item है क्या है विकास?
Adjusting exceptional item.
Adjusted के बाद ये ना, sure है ना? Check कर ली?
Sure, adjusted, yeah.
These are all adjusted only. Pansali Engineering, AFL, Tirumalai Chemical, Procter & Gamble, APL Apollo. APL Apollo is also one of my favorite stocks and metals. 63% September quarter growth. So you have to check, if the company has September quarter growth and so you have to check the PI Industries.
So this is only profit. This is only profit growth ka? Yeah, it's including both profit as well as sales.
No, it is only profit growth, friend.
Okay.
Okay. It is not sales. Okay, so this is how you decide great stocks. But I'm more fan of buying sales than profits. I'm more fond of sales than profit. But this is also another way of investing in the stocks. Yes, please. Yes, who was speaking, please? Continue.
Sangeeta, sir. Alkaline amines or nozzle, if at all, it can be seen on this.
Sorry?
Nozzle.
Nozzle लगा देते हैं अभी आपके लिए एक सेकंड मुझे. Nozzle and alkaline. So nozzle में तो 70% degrowth है भाई. बेच देना चाहिए.
अच्छा.
70% degrowth है. Anybody telling you to buy nozzle?
हाँ, market.
मार्केट यही प्रॉब्लम है. देखिए इसका स्कोर देखिए, हिस्ट्री देखिए 13. This is exactly the problem. This is where they manipulate the prices and they get people like you and get the wrong share. This is exactly the problem. I will not touch it, you know. Even if you give all your money, I will not buy this share. And the score is historically it is 13. So you know that this company has some problem. Historically 13, 70% degrowth. Within 1 second you can decide not to touch. And Alchemine, see 20 and 20% growth. Definitely Alchemine. Same guy telling you Alchemine or two different guys?
No, two different.
So guy who's talking Nosil, avoid him completely for your life. Tell guys who are telling you Alchemine, make him your friend. This is called intelligence usage, you know. And you should tell that guy you have no knowledge of the stock market who's telling you Nosil.
Thank you.
Why AGS score is 13? If you look at the AGS, total AGS is 13 for Nosil.
हाँ तो manipulation करते हैं ना भाई. बढ़ता है वो बढ़ता है मतलब कोई ना कोई इसमें मैनिपुलेशन है. I will not buy ना. That is the price movement ना. मतलब कोई ना कोई प्राइस करता है उसको क्वालिटी तो नहीं है ना. Mainly is quality, गेरा जी. बाद में प्राइस. First is quality.
Okay.
नहीं फंसना है हमको. और देखिए ना 3 year में -23% का रिटर्न है. See this. See the historical 3 year return. 3 साल से रिटर्न ही नहीं दिया कंपनी. ऊपर में अल्केमाइन देखिए. तो सारिका जी जो अल्केमाइन बता रहा है वो एकदम राइट आदमी है और जो नॉसिल बता रहा है वो एकदम रॉन्ग आदमी है. So basically after doing this you'll become आपको कोई बेवकूफ नहीं बना सकता स्टॉक मार्केट में. You know? ये जो ईयर से मार्केट न्यूज में जो स्टॉक्स चलती है उसको बंद कर दीजिए. Okay, friends, anything else? Did you like anything else you want to discuss?
सर अवंती फीड के बारे में थोड़ा बताइए. अवंती
खुद ही देख लीजिए ना ऐप में. अब मेरे लिए आप वेट करेंगे फिर आप खुद करिए ना वर्ड सर.
राइट सर. ओके.
मैं दिखा सकता हूँ आपको. चलिए अवंती फीड. लेकिन सर अब फिर चालू होंगे ना सब लोग चालू हो जाएंगे फिर. अरे आप खुद देखिए ना. आपको तो मैंने टूल दे दिया और आपको मैंने पूरा लर्निंग दे दिया. खुद देखिए ना सर.
ठीक है सर.
देखिए अवंती फीड ग्रेट कंपनी 20 स्कोर है. ठीक है. और अभी इसका सितंबर क्वार्टर थोड़ा डाउन है बट डिसेंट कंपनी है. मतलब थोड़ा सितंबर क्वार्टर डाउन है मतलब कोविड में अफेक्टेड है ये. थोड़ा एजीएस भी अभी वीक हो रखा है इसका. एजीएस भी थोड़ा वीक हो रखा है. 3 ईयर का परफॉर्मेंस भी देखेंगे तो कंपनी में है नहीं 45%. सो यू नो कंपनी बहुत अच्छी है लेकिन अभी जिस दिन क्वार्टर में परफॉर्मेंस आ जाएगा ले लेंगे इस कंपनी.
ठीक है. थैंक यू.
थोड़ा स्ट्रगल कर रहा है अभी. अगर आप देखेंगे तो कंपनी थोड़ी स्ट्रगल कर रही है. सेल्स भी देख लीजिए. देखा और सेल्स देख लीजिए. सेल्स दिखाओ. सेल्स भी 6% ही ग्रोथ है. मतलब कंपनी अभी थोड़ा स्ट्रगल कर रहा है करंट में बट कंपनी अच्छी है. The business philosophy of the company is good, but current में थोड़ा सा weak है.
ठीक है. थैंक यू.
हम लोग को हिस्ट्री भी देखना है और करंट भी देखना है. हिस्ट्री एंड करंट को जब आप करते हैं ना, then you get a very good combination of price movement. If you only see history and you don't see the current, and some people only see the current and don't see history, so that is where they make a mistake. So 5 years and last year and current quarter is the best way to see the stock. You have more accuracy. Okay, so कोई पूछ रहा था ना हम strong buy कैसे decide करते हैं? Pallavi, you are asking, right?
Yes, sir.
Basically, when the company strong buy and buys are company which definitely is doing well, which is mostly most stocks are above 15 and they're doing very well in the last year and the current quarter. They only get buys and strong buys. So if they're not doing well in the current quarter and last year, they will go and hold. Does that answer your question, Pallavi?
Yes, sir.
So strong buy and buys are companies which is also doing well. So that is the second filter we do. So Chirag, this is the second filter which you were asking me yesterday. First filter is QBS. Then we see the current quarter and last year, and then decide buy and strong buy. So further reduces the stock, further reduces.
Yes, sir.
So it's a step-by-step process. Any other questions? Any other questions? How was the second day? Shall we end? How was the second day? Can we have videos on? Any feedback?
Great, sir.
Too good, sir.
Very informative.
Yes, Yogesh bhai.
Yes, so like always, meaning such a brush up, no, and I can't explain to you. Everybody here who is doing it, just take it to how you all came here. I don't know, but now the fact that you've come here, you will go out different. That I can promise. All of us who are there, coming in, how we came, it doesn't matter now. But the fact we are here, we are going to go out differently.
Thank you, Yogesh bhai.
Too good. Yeah.
Thank you, Yogesh bhai. You have always been very kind to me.
Sir, I attended your seminar in Mumbai first, and 2 months back I attended your webinar, and this is the third time I'm attending. But every time I keep on improving my knowledge.
Thank you, friend. Anybody else want to share some feedback? It also makes me good.
Sir, can you comment about percentage of allocation in each this? We select the quality companies and then a percentage.
Tomorrow. It's part
Okay.
of it. अभी का क्वेश्चन बात करें, कल आएगा वो अपने आप आ जाएगा.
Okay.
Yeah.
एवरी शैलेश भाई ऐसा होता है, कुछ चीजें बड़ी ऑब्वियस होती है लेकिन वो निकल जाती है. वो कॉमन सेंस इज वेरी अनकॉमन दीज डेज. वो कॉमन सेंस होती है कि यार ये पता है, और लेकिन फिर भी हम उसको ना मिस आउट कर देते हैं. तो व्हेन वी लुक एट द डाटा, व्हाट वी डू इज वी गो ऑन हियरसे पे हम चलते हैं, टिप्स के ऊपर चलते हैं. बट सो आई एम नाउ रियलाइजिंग दैट बड़ी कॉमन चीज थी उसको हम नहीं करते. दूसरा डाटा अवेलेबिलिटी था. द बिगेस्ट बेस्ट पार्ट योर ऐप इज गिविंग ए डाटा एट वन गो. मतलब अगर आप आज इवैल्यूएट करो तो एक के सारे फैक्टर्स यू आर एबल टू सी एट वन गो. सो दैट समथिंग इज ये तो डाटा अवेलेबल होता है, कुछ यहाँ से लो कुछ वहां से लो, उसके अंदर ही बंदा खत्म हो जाता है, वो ढूंढ ही नहीं पाता. तो ऐप इज गिविंग अ डाटा एट वन गो, वो बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट चीज है. सो quite a good job has been done.
So sir, I am thinking that it is like a data driven story. Data is giving the picture of whole company.
But what is also important, how to analyze the data. Data तो बहुत मिल जाता है, but उसको पढ़ना कैसे होता है ये सीखना है आज. How do we read the data?
Yeah, okay. And actually it is saving lot of time in researching all the data. See here, everything it is available in one shot, one go. That is good one.
So that is what we want to believe, sir. We don't want to waste, sir. Why should you invest? Sir, people pay for quality and time. If I save your time, and people pay for good quality, so I'm giving you good quality and I'm saving huge amount of time. People who do, sir, I have fund manager who's using my app and actually managing his funds. He said, मेरा life इतना easy हो गया है, मेरे को कोई भी चीज चाहिए, which I used to take 5 hours, I can do in 5 minutes. So I takes me, when I save so much time, अभी तो क्या है, आप लोग कभी fund manager के हिसाब से सोचे नहीं है. When you start learning it, you will be surprised. Now tomorrow Sarika ji will meet someone, वो आपका ऐप खोल के आप सारिका जी बता देंगे, तो रबिश शेयर आप क्यों बता रहे हो? I'm telling you, whenever Sarika ji anybody tells you any share, उससे सिर्फ पूछिए कंपनी का सेल्स ग्रोथ कितना है, ये कंपनी का प्रॉफिट कितना है. मैं आपको बता रहा हूँ, वो बोला नॉसिल, बोला इसका सितंबर का प्रॉफिट क्या थोड़ा मालूम है क्या तेरे को? So when you ask these questions, they'll be surprised that they don't have any answer. And they're spreading rumors in the market, and we are all getting trapped in those rumors and then losing money in the stock market. And एकदम आपने गेरा जी बताया ना, common sense is not common practice. मैं आपको क्या सिखाया? Profit growth and sales growth. ये कोई सर हम लोग बिजनेस करते हैं किसके लिए? सेल्स बढ़ाने के लिए, प्रॉफिट के लिए, और किसके लिए बिजनेस करते हैं हम लोग? तो कंपनी भी तो उसी के लिए बिजनेस कर रहा है, सेल्स बढ़ाता है और प्रॉफिट बढ़ा रहा है. हम लोग जो मेन कॉमन सेंस है उसी को यूज नहीं कर रहे हैं, एंड वी आर सीइंग 10 डिफरेंट थिंग्स. यस और नो पंकज जी? Anybody else would like to comment anything else? Many people have not even spoken. It's 2 days now. Mr. Joseph, Vinod Gojar. Sabri, you've not spoken anything. Mr. Babu.
सर मेरे तो 10-20 शेयर का तलाक करवाने वाले हैं, डाइवोर्स होने वाला है मेरा।
बेच देंगे क्या उसको? So please see your DMAT. आपके पास अवेलेबल है ऐप, अपने DMAT में सब स्टॉक देखिए, सबका QBS स्कोर देखिए, सबका ग्रोथ देखिए, तो आपको आइडिया लग जाएगा what stock quality you have, and then go and invest into good quality stocks. अगर कोई खराब स्टॉक है तो उसी सेक्टर में कोई अच्छा स्टॉक है, हम लोग कल वो सब दिखाएंगे. Lot of new knowledge we'll give in next 2 days.
Sir, there is one more thing, new ESG or something people are coming with, right? A concept, ESG concept. AGS. So are we going to put even that also rating for the stock?
There in the app. It's already there in the app.
Oh, okay.
Already there.
Great. Thanks for that.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, friend. We'll see you tomorrow. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.